Otterly,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
what is the game plan here?
Okay, well, I guess there are some options. First off, I'm going to close my Chrome with the stream and just watch on OBS because the lagginess is bothering me. Do you guys want to introduce your characters beforehand, or we can do opening RP, or I guess those are really like the two routes here to start. Um,
I mean, that's kind of up to you. Do you want to describe the world and what a campaign is, or do you want and then us do characters, or?
I think it'll be better to do world after the opening.
Okay,
Kind of add a little suspense to what it is.
gotcha. Sliggy, do you want to go first then on character descriptions?
I mean, yeah, I could. That's fine. So, I'm playing Stella. She is like a pretty average height gal. You know, she's got this lavender hair. It's kind of wavy, kind of styled, you know. She's wearing some sort of like jacket or cardigan with like just like a crop top and like a skirt. And she's got this big old backpack because she was on her way to go camping out for this fairy music festival. But I think her most striking feature is she's got these cat ears and tail and a pink and blue eye, which she's gotten because she's been lost in the Feywild for so long, and it's kind of warped her a bit. But she's fine with it. She's just having the time of her life.
Nice. Wait, you're a cat girl?
Yeah, I'm a cat girl.
Yeah, hi, Tina. There have been some developments on Sliggy's.
Hey, we got a little bit nya there, nya here, nya everywhere.
Ears and tail.
Yeah, building up kind of bit there, ears and tail, you know? Is that my turn now? Is my turn to go?
Yeah, I think it's your turn.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. We do this. We do this.
A little bit of that.
And then I change screens. Oh, this is weird. It's like stretched super far right now. Anyways, I'm Fur. I'm a warforged druid destined to protect and guard dungeons that spawn in this world. Currently homeless, waiting for the time that my dungeon master spawns that will create the dungeon that I'm sworn to aid and protect in my life duty. That's who I am. The straight-laced robe, I guess wooden mechanical spelled creature golem. I mean, there's a picture of it, but description wise, like just basically fully like woven, made out of like wood as a full construct.
I'm just now seeing for the first time transparent Sliggy.
Yeah, you like transparent Sliggy?
Honestly, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's okay, so
Right?
it's literally just her like one fur color.
That's what I'm saying.
Is marked as a transparent for some reason.
I don't know why, but she looks so concerned. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm very wood golem, sworn to aid and protect the dungeon master that appears. And currently I have been just waiting for the time for the dungeon master to show before me. That is Fur.
All right. Well, I guess what I'll do now is set some background to our first scene.
Okay.
So, Athena and Sliggy already know kind of the world background, but for everybody else, in this world, obviously, magic and adventure is prevalent, but something unique or not unique could be is that the dungeons in this world have a dungeon core which manages the creation and monster and things like that of the dungeons. And as Athena said, she is a construct of the fairy queen, and she has been assigned to a new baby dungeon, and that's kind of where we're gonna kick off. Let me bring us to another screen. The screen's not sized.
Okay, we're going to another screen that's not sized. I'm ready. I'm gonna switch this over because I feel like you're gonna change this screen. Right now.
Oh, well, okay. So yeah, right now,
Right
right now
now
we're on the world. Well, you guys are on the world. The players are on the world map. I'm going to try to guesstimate how big this is and fail. That's really to
I bet we're
eliminate some
right
of them.
here. We're right here. We're right here. Yeah, we're right here. Right here.
It's like good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna move the players. Look at me. I know how to do things.
Oh, okay.
Yay. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that there aren't white bars. Yeah, perfect, Athena. Nice and zoomed in.
How do we hide? Get out of here, Sliggy.
You can
I got it.
there is a way to do it. There is a way to hide.
Don't worry. I manually did it. It's fine. They're not there. You don't see them.
Just click the token layer and I don't know. Anyway, okay. So Athena, you are, I don't know, in like standby mode.
Correct. I am perfectly still, as if I am a tree or a statue, incapable of movement.
So
my eyes black and dark, not even active, as I'm just standing there.
you are in this forest grove, where presumably your new baby dungeon is supposed to spawn with its dungeon fairy. And so all of a sudden, a flash of light would happen, and laying there, unconscious, would be Stella, our human cat girl, with a you would recognize as a dungeon core in her hand. But for everyone else, it would be like a prismatic gem of a crystal like thing, sort of like a rock, sort of not like a rock. Very shiny. So Sliggy, you are at this point becoming conscious, and you have been ripped from the Feywilds and brought to this location.
Okay. I think I would kind of just slowly sit up and like rub my temple.
Question: How tall is Stella?
I think she's like average, like somewhere around like 5'5", 5'6".
Okay, great. So before you, there is like a 6'8" tall wooden, like looks like a wooden statue just standing still. It would be with the circumstances at the moment. Continue with your waking up here.
Yeah. She just kind of like blinks a bit and looks around and I don't know. Is this the way to Faychella? Wait, no. No, where's all those bitches at? Where I was just with them.
The bitch.
Hey.
My Fur's eyes light up with a bright yellow as you see like some like slight movement as like some like moss and buildup of like debris that's been on me kind of like moves as my joints get a little unstiffened, and I look at you. Ah, Dungeon Master, you have arrived.
Oh, what the fuck are you?
I am Fur.
Is it-
I am your designated aid in completing your objective, Dungeon Master. We must finish our tasks here. I'm glad to see that you are here, and as like Fur like slowly like just starts to get like the movement of their body back.
Okay, I get it. So this is some sort of trick. I get it. It's a prank. So how do I get back?
Get back? Get back where?
Back to Fatella? I kind of had plans.
Arlie, do you know what Fatella is?
Would you know what Faychella is? No.
Yeah, I don't know. No?
No, yeah, no.
Do I know where I am? Do I know where this is?
You know you're in a forest. You wouldn't know like continentally where you are.
Okay,
You
like-
just know you are where the dungeon is supposed to be born. Like that, like essentially the fake queen summoned you here and you existed.
I am not sure what this Faychella is, but maybe I can assist you with that if that will mean that the dungeon can be born in this Faychella.
Okay, yeah, sure. What did you say your name was again?
My name is Fur. What is your name?
I'm Stella. Wait, what are you?
I am a construct made to aid you in your job, Dungeon Master.
Wait. Okay, first of all, I don't have a job. Okay.
Your job is to be the Dungeon Master.
No, well, the only job I have right now is getting back to Faychella.
Right. Faychella. I do not know what this Faychella is. Should we look around for this Faychella?
Yeah, sure. We'll do that. We'll do that.
Hey, Slee, can you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Okay.
So you would Jesus, you're not supposed to roll that high to start. Slee.
My
Good
bad.
job, Sliggy. Good job, Sliggy.
You would like have the faintest hint at something wanting you to do something. Like you're not sure if it's just like a passing thought you had, or maybe you have this idea that Fur wants you to do something, but something somewhere has a goal that you really need to accomplish.
Wait, that's weird. Okay. Wait, what was that
Uh,
about? You said something about like, wait, what's a dungeon?
Oddly, what's a dungeon? What's the description of a dungeon in this world? I don't know this stuff. I'm supposed to know the lore, but I don't know any of the lore.
So your idea of what a dungeon would be is a being you're supposed to help grow and protect. And you just know you're supposed to aid the dungeon fairy in growing this or raising this other entity.
Okay, I think of it as a being. It's
Yeah,
not a place, it's a being. Okay.
So you would think of it as a separate entity, yes, or a being.
Okay. Yeah. A dungeon is a precious thing that must be protected and nurtured by the dungeon master, also known as you. We must make it grow and become prosperous. And I point at your hand. That you must protect that and make it grow.
This?
Or you are the dungeon master. Yes.
Wait, I'm the dungeon. Okay, first of all, when I hear the word dungeon, that's not what I'm thinking about. Second of all, wait, you're telling me this thing, I hold up the rock.
Yes.
You're telling me this is what a dungeon is.
Correct.
A rock.
Well, no, it's not a rock. That is actually much more complex than that, but that is the dungeon, yes.
I mean, it looks like a rock.
I look at a rock. That is a rock. And then I repoint at you and I'm like, that is a dungeon. And you holding it means that you've claimed as the dungeon master. Now, if it will assure the safety of the dungeon, where would be this Faytella you speak of?
I mean, well, it's like in the Feywild. Wait, where the fuck are we? Is this even the Feywild still? It doesn't really look like it.
I believe we are in what is known as woods.
What?
A forest, if you will. Possibly not a jungle, though. As I look around.
You know what? You're really helpful. Okay.
Thank you. My aid is to help you in any way possible.
Okay. All right. Fine. Whatever. Dungeon master. That's what I am. This stuff. All right. So what do I do? What do I do with the rock?
I surely know that, right? Or do I not know that?
No, that's the dungeon fairy's responsibility.
Okay, no, that is your responsibility as the dungeon master. I am simply to help you in getting that process done.
Okay, but like, I didn't exactly take some class on what to do when you wake up in a strange woods with a rock in your hand and some tree dude telling you that this is your job now. So, like, what do I do with a rock? Can I? I look at the rock in my hand and I say, "Hey, rock, hello. What do I do?"
Roll perception. You don't get a response.
This rock is fucking useless. Are you sure it's special?
Absolutely. Yes, I can tell for sure that that is the dungeon. I was not aware that talking to it would work, but I mean, you know best.
I do not know best. I'm gonna okay, I do not know best. So like, have you just been standing here?
Correct.
How long have you
Waiting
been
for
standing
you.
here? Waiting for me? Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you're here, though, we are ready to complete our duty.
Okay. All right. You know what? How about? I mean, okay. You can move, right? You can walk around. You're not like planted there, right?
After like a quick second, I like pull my like legs up and down like to get off like the roots and stuff that have kind of like built over my feet. Yes, mobility is effective. I can move and I start walking.
Okay. I think Stella finally like actually stands up, dusts herself off, and just starts. She points in a direction. Let's go that way. Let's just see what's up.
Certainly, and I start walking with her.
Okay.
Which direction did you point a specific direction at all?
I pointed east.
Does your character know east?
I pointed east. That's just the direction I'm vaguely giving you. You can.
She doesn't know east, but because she spun around and randomly chose, it so happens to be
the
east.
direction she randomly chose is east. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but she doesn't know it's east.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
That's 3.
No, you roll. Okay. Okay. The direction you were heading would still be forested, but more of like a light forest. No obvious paths, like no human trails, things like that. There would be animal trails and such, but like loosely dense light forest.
Okay.
Mhm,
So, like,
mhm.
okay. How long were you waiting there? Do you like
I'm not sure.
do you
I
like know what this place is like? Is it just all woods?
I look around and I'm like, yes.
Did you just look around and just see woods in the immediate area and tell me that this whole place is just woods and that's how you decided?
Well, this area is woods. So you are correct. Yes, this area here is woods.
All right, I fucking hate this. All right.
Uh,
Okay, all right, whatever you say, boss. I think Stella starts to wander around a bit longer. She's trying to find anything that's not just like random animal trails.
Are you searching with intent, or
Um,
would you say
yeah,
you're
like
investigating the area?
I'm trying to find traces of anything that might have come through these woods that wasn't just an animal. So that you might call that an investigation.
All right. Well, if you're searching the woods for things like that, I would say roll survival.
Okay. Hmm.
It looks like pretty standard woods. You notice some like deer trails and things like that, but no obvious signs of like bigger animals going through the area or like large scale disturbances.
after 10 minutes of watching Stella struggle here, I'll go, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a sign that like we can keep going and find not just woods.
Ah, I see.
Uh,
I'm going to attempt to also do um a survival check. If I can figure out how to roll on this, because this is weird as fuck.
If you're using a character sheet in Roll20, you should just be able to click like your survival stat and it should roll it.
Yeah, if I could find my survival stat.
it should be at the bottom of skills.
So for
I don't even.
clarification, you stopped walking like in a general direction and were more like investigating a loose area, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I pretty much started wandering around.
Where do you? Maybe that's why. Ah, okay. I understand now. And skills, yeah, okay. And then I'm also looking to see if I can help Sleeky here.
Okay,
Can you find this?
so Athena, you would notice that a lot of the animal trails go off towards the north. And you would be able to hear like kind of a water running that direction, or I don't know if you hear, but you would be able to know that there is water in the distance in the north. To your west, you notice some larger footprints. So something in that 50 to 100 pound range of footprint. And then to your south, you notice the trees start thinning out a bit. And like it gets more like It's the border of like more of like forest into more of like meadows. That direction is what you interpret from what you're seeing. And then
Okay.
further east is the forest seems to start getting denser.
Okay. Yeah. So then I will. I'll point north, and I'll be like, over in that direction, is most likely a watering hole, as many animal paths go there. And then I turn and I point to the direction where I point at the big pathings of like feet that were like hidden behind a bush. This is the dangerous way where larger creatures might be. And then I point the other direction. That way should lead out of the forest.
Okay, wait. Wait, what kind of footprints did you find? Fur?
I do not know, but of a large creature. Would you like
Okay.
me to find said creature?
Sure.
Oh, Sleepy's
find
gonna
him
get
for
us
me.
killed. Sleepy's gonna get us
Okay.
killed. All right, I'm gonna go try and find these.
All right, I'll be like right behind you. I pull
Okay,
out like
so
my
Sliggy
axe.
is going to follow Athena.
Yeah.
Athena, do another survival roll.
Oh, I'm also gonna say, oh yeah, so like, okay, you know, when you're like doing your thing, like, stomp, 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 stomp. Do you think you could do that a little like quieter?
I believe I am quite quiet. Stomp, 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 stomp.
Okay.
19. Yeah.
So, just to be clear, you guys are following the animal trail back west. So, you're going back essentially where you woke up. That is the
Cool.
direction you are traveling currently.
Sure, whatever the big animal tracks were. Yeah, I'm following those.
Yeah.
Okay. Winsley, you're following along.
Yeah, I'd like to do so a little less obviously than stomp, 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 stomp.
So, are you like following next to her? Or are you like giving her some space and kind of
I'm
like
giving her
trailing
like a
her?
little bit of space and trailing her.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a little bit stealthier about it, if I may.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. That's what I want to call this.
Who? Both of
Sliggy.
us are just like
No,
okay.
you're stomping along.
Nice.
Okay,
I'll prepare my foods here. I'm sorry.
that's fine. Okay, Sliggy, and then also give me a stealth.
Okay.
Okay. So as you're following Athena, you are trying to be stealthy, but not succeeding. You're like walking up to a tree and like watching Athena, and then you would walk up to the next tree, but in doing so, you'd be like running into low hanging branches and step on the occasional twig and things like that. But you are not like stomping around, so you're slightly less obvious. But if you were intending to sneak up on Athena, I don't think anyone would believe it.
Yeah, I'm back. What did I miss?
Just Sliggy sneaking after you, kind of like a child in the woods.
It's adorable. Fur pays no attention to
Oh
it.
shit. Oh, what's out of my hair? Oh, gross. That's just what's happening behind you.
Okay. Does Fur find said creature? Do we find its den?
How long would you guys? I assume Athena would just keep following this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going until Sliggy tells me that they don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, Sliggy, it's been about 15 minutes of following this trail. Is there anything you would like to do, or are you going to continue just following her? Them.
Are we almost
Yeah,
there
it's
yet?
It's they, them, utterly. Gosh.
Also, Sliggy, roll a perception check. Okay, you've started to develop like a slight headache, and that feeling that you should be doing something is stronger now, and you realize that it's not coming from an external source, but like it feels like an internal like urge to get like a what's it called? Yeah, well, urge is fine. Yeah, you have like an urge and like a slight headache now, and you feel like something like sort of like an anxiety kind of related feeling of like something like a task needs to be done. And also, you're aware again that you've just been carrying around this rock.
Yeah. Hey, Fur. I feel kind of weird. Can we go back? Like, can you show me where that water was?
Oh, certainly. I like look around. I'm sure I can distinguish honestly which way to go without your check.
You would know like your cardinal directions, and you would know from where you were before, water was north.
Okay, we'll start heading north towards the water. Actually, wait, for it might be more based than that. 1 second here. I thought I had. Aha, yes, I do. As you say that, I create water. I can create up to 10 gallons of clean water within range in an open container. I just make water. I'm like, are you thirsty? Do you require hydration? And then I like put my hands into like a cup, which my hands are massive. So like this is like the size of like a decent sized bowl, and then water fills up in my hand. I'm like, here.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Drink.
shit. She kind of scrambles and like finds her water skin and then dumps it out on the ground because it was probably just full of like alcohol because she was going to party. Okay, here. Can you like pour it in here? Just a little bit at first. I think I need to rinse it out.
Yeah, I put some in.
Yeah, and then she kind of turns it upside down, rinses it a bit. Okay, we're good now.
And I put the rest in.
Yeah.
Would you still like to go to the water?
Yeah, I do still want to check that out. And she just kind of takes a drink of water, puts the cap back on. Are you sure I'm not supposed to be doing something specific right now?
I don't know. You're the dungeon master. You should know. Once you come here, you should know instantly how to take care of the dungeon.
Okay, but what am I supposed to do if I don't know that?
Or just stands there, fatuous, looking at you.
Do you have like a boss or something? Like,
I believe that would fall under you.
Okay.
As the dungeon master.
Okay. You know what? I was asking for that one. Okay, but you said you were like some sort of construct, right? Didn't someone make you?
Correct. The Fae Queen created me to aid you in creating the dungeon.
Queen. The Fae Queen. Wait, what's her name?
Do I know her name? What's her name?
No, you wouldn't know her name. You think the fair's just giving out names?
Okay. Fine, whatever. Fuck. I mean, would I know, like, back in the Feywild, what, like, the Fae Queen would be named?
No.
No? Like, well, like, that's where all the fucking fairies live, you know?
Yeah, you'd be aware that there is a fake queen.
Okay. No one knows her name?
No one knows her true name? No.
Names are a sacred thing.
Names have power, Sliggy.
Oh my god.
Silly humans going around spewing their true names all over the place. Also, I
Uh,
appreciate that. So you just went full Karen for a second. It was like, do you have a manager I can speak to right now?
Like, you are the manager. I don't know what to say.
all right. Okay, fine. You don't have anyone else? Like, there's no one else you know that we could talk to?
Talk to. We could. I look around. Is there any animals around, Otterly?
Give me a perception check.
Where is my perception? There it is. 15.
You would see a squirrel amongst some branches above you.
I look up and I point and I'm like, can talk to squirrel. Does that help?
Want to talk to the tree rats? I
Oh,
don't think they know anything.
okay. Well then,
I-
no. I believe it is just us and the squirrel rats. The tree rats. Tree rats.
yeah, they're like little tree rats, you know?
Yes, of course. Tree rats.
Way cuter than the ground rats.
Ground rats.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Can you like climb a tree for me?
Yes. What would you like me to do in the tree?
Well, like you can go climb up the tree and then tell me what you see. Like we can just find a real big tree that's taller than like some of the other trees. And then you can tell me what all's around.
Sure. I'm going to go attempt to climb a tree. I'm not good at this.
Yeah. Give me an athletics.
I'm going to take it nice and slow. I don't need to rush this.
Okay, so you would manage. So you just find the biggest tree in the area because that's how you compromise. Like, and you would like scoot up like maybe half your height over your head, and then fall back down to the ground. You're not very good at climbing.
13 fails climbing a tree?
This tree?
Oh, wow. What do you mean?
Okay, you know what? I should have known better than to ask a tree to climb a tree.
Yeah, and I am not able to move very dexterous to climb said tree.
Okay. Okay, let's go to that watering hole.
All right, we keep walking to the watering hole.
Okay. So Athena would know the direction to go towards where she heard the water before. So you guys are just walking at the silly. Are you doing your sneaky sneak again?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll try again.
Okay. Do athletic and stealth again. Okay. So the water turns out, since you didn't drink or eat since you woke up and you have no idea how long it's been since that water really cleared up your head a little bit. And so
But
you're
I came from
managing
water.
to
It's
actually sneak whatever distance you want behind her, and you're like not breaking branches, and you're not running through spider webs, you're not crinkling leaves, you're rolling between trees to stay hidden, you're doing all these like ninja parkour moves.
Oh, hell yeah.
Turns out your inner cat girl is coming out. And yeah, so we have Fur clomping along, breaking all of the tree branches and scuffling all of the leaves, walking at a solid pace because they are tall and just doing full strides. And then
I'm being very delicate to the forest. Thank you very much. I may be walking like I don't give two fucks about anyone.
you're not stepping on anything living. Yeah, you're the only thing you're like scruffling fallen leaves and like dead branches.
Yeah,
but yeah, you would be avoiding like saplings and little babies.
Can't hurt the little babies.
Okay, so would you continue like this until you get to the water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Watch this. Boom.
Whoa.
Look at me.
Whoa.
Look at me. I was prepared. Water.
He knew we would need water because he was gonna make Sliggy die of dehydration.
Honestly, this was like one of the last scenes I added. I was like, oh, yeah, maybe they'll try to go to water.
I mean, I conjured water, so technically she didn't have to go to water.
So you guys would be on that right side of the bank, and you would have approached like perpendicularly to it. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys?
You use big fancy words.
So perpendicular means like straight on, so it's flowing left to right in front of you as you're approaching it. And it would be like semi-dense woods coming up to it, and across would be very dense woods.
Perfect.
So you're now at
Wonderful.
the water.
We have arrived at the water.
So you give me another perception check.
That's a 9.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Oh no.
Okay. So your headache has developed to a very strong headache at this point. And you understand that it's not from lack of food or like dehydration or something like that. You're not like addicted to caffeine. So it's coming from a non-chemical source, if that makes sense. You're not, there's nothing you're supposed to have like consumed to prevent your headache.
Okay. I have a headache.
That is not good. Do you require nourishment?
No, that's the thing. I don't. Like, honestly, I think it's the rock. That's the only other weird thing going. Are you giving me a headache?
I do not believe I am giving the headache. A headache would simply cause an issue in not allowing us to be able to successfully help work on the dungeon. That seems like an inefficient effect.
Okay.
I suggest that you remove the headache away.
Okay, well that's not how that works. I mean, I don't have anything for that. I mean, there's like herbs for that, but like there's none here. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
It's like your medicine check would you would understand that like there's not a medicine to prevent this headache.
Oh, that's true. Actually, wait, no. Like, okay, a normal headache, a medicine that might work, but not this one. No, it's something weird. Are you like super sure that there's not anything I'm supposed to be doing right now? You're like super sure.
Honestly, why are you do this to us?
At this point, I will say, Athena, you have told her that she is supposed to be doing something. You told her she's.
I don't know that.
No, you know that she, right? So you told her that, right? She's the boss. She's supposed to know what to do, right? So you're not telling her there's nothing she's supposed to do, right? You're just telling her that she's supposed to know what she's supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Which to
because that's
you
what
could be
tell me.
like walking up to the river or finding that animal. So
What are you doing? That's so difficult. How are we supposed? We don't know. We don't know. We can't do anything.
man, if only there was like an action you could take to learn more about something.
You know what?
We've been like
I got it.
going for an hour and we haven't investigated this rock that Sliggy's just been carrying around this entire time.
Listen, I got this. I take the rock and I like set it down on like one of the big river rocks, right?
You wouldn't.
And then
So you would go to set it down, and you would find that like after you put the action of like dropping it, it was still like you'd be like, okay, set this down on the river stone, and walk back, and it would still be in your hand.
I just want to start trying to do all kinds of little weird experiments with it.
Okay, give me
Like,
an
I pour
athletics
water on
check. Okay. So yeah, you keep trying to like set it down and throw it, and you wave your hands around, and mysteriously it just is remaining like in your palm. So like even if you're like holding your hand open and bouncing it up and down, it's just um staying centered into your palm.
What do you want, Rock?
While Sliggy's doing that, I'm trying to stand perfectly still to see if a bird will land on me. Unfortunately, Sliggy is being too difficult and no one wants to come near.
No
First, he was
birds
silent.
are wanting to come near this cat girl flailing her arms around,
Yeah.
splashing water.
You can't tell much expressions from Fur, but first he was slightly disappointed. Oh no, the birds. Where are the birds? My little fellows.
Also, Athena, every time that Stella would refer to the dungeon as a rock, it would irk you just a little bit, or like more and more each time.
Okay.
Just so you're aware. She said it like 3 times at this point.
Oh, okay. Noted. I think at this point then, since no animals want to come towards me, I'll turn back towards Stella and go, you know, you should treat the dungeon with respect. It is a being as well as you and I. We must nurture and take care of it.
When she says this, Lee, you'd be like bobbing your hand up and down.
And I'm like, yeah. And I look at the rock and I'm like, I'm trying to look at it and understand and I'm trying so hard to see what Fur is seeing in this thing, that this is somehow a being rather than a shiny rock.
That sounds like an investigate. Go, go, go.
I'll allow
Please,
the fishing.
get us out of this.
It's like you roll investigate.
Okay, thank
Oh,
fucking God.
Thank God.
Let's go.
Okay, so Sliggy, after trying to throw the rock off your hand and pouring water over it and poking it, you would finally just like look at it and try to understand why you have it and why you can't get rid of it. So at this point, you would understand you're connected to it in a deeper form than the physical touch. You notice a slight glow in the center of it, and you get a feeling that the headache is coming from your connection with the dungeon, and the urge to do something is dungeon related, and that the dungeon really, really, really wants to be underground.
That's what you want, dude? You want me to bury you or some shit? Okay, but you won't leave my hand. If you don't leave my hand, I can't bury you. What? How
It-
about that, huh, Rock?
It moves slightly up your hand.
The
Oh,
dungeon is
like-
not a rock.
Do you want to be called something other than Rock? Because if not, I'm just gonna keep calling you Rock. That's your name now.
The dungeon would roll kind of back and forth as an indication to not being called Rock anymore.
Okay. You got your own name, or do you want me to give you one that's better than Rock?
Do a perception check. You don't get a response.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. It wants me to bury it. Where do you bury a dungeon?
I look around. Does the ground here seem like it is capable of being like dug up and to put something in?
It's a very rocky, like, river beach, so not particularly.
Okay, I'll say this area does not seem particularly well due to the land. I believe if we walk further in, there'll be soil that is capable of burying.
Okay. Didn't you say? Yeah, sure, let's go. Let's
Fine.
get this thing buried. It's annoying. No offense, Rock. I mean, not Rock.
Yeah, I'll try and find us like good soil that would be easy to like dig up.
Okay. Which direction are you guys heading?
I think we just head back in.
Like
just
back the
go-
way you were coming?
Yeah.
So not across the river is what I guess I'm asking.
Yeah, no. No, that seems pretty stupid.
Okay.
Stella suggests that, and Fur's like, that's really stupid. No, just kidding. Why would we do that?
Ground across water? No.
Mm.
There's ground where we
Oh,
came
true.
from. We
Can
have
we
ground at
rename the
home.
rock Dwayne?
Yeah, ground at home.
Can the rock be named Dwayne? I'll call you Dwayne.
Okay, who's leading the way?
Fur.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely fair.
Go ahead and roll a 100.
$94.
Okay. So you're facing away from the river. To your right, you notice like not a mountain, but like a hillside coming up, so that like starts getting more steep over there, and it's like semi-rocky terrain. And you would understand that there are caves in that sort of terrain. And caves are easy ways to get underground. Your in front of you takes you back to where you were into that clearing, which would have nice soft soil. And further down, you would remember there were meadows, which are also known for softer soils. And then to your left would be like a denser forest, and you would know that's like not great for digging ground up.
Okay, when we get to this certain point, I'll give Stella the options. I'll be like, we can head towards this direction. There should be caves. Or we can head back to where we first met and bury it there. Both should lead to the execution of having the dungeon underground.
I hold up my hand again. I'm looking at the dungeon thing. Okay. You know, do you got a preference where you want to be buried?
Roll perception. So you don't get anything more than the rock kind of wiggling in your hand.
All right. Or does it like matter where we bury it?
I don't know. I don't believe I've ever had the experience of burying a dungeon before. I'm sure whatever decision you make is the right one, though.
All right. Okay. I like look around in my pockets for like a coin to flip heads or tails. Evens is the cave. Odds is where I ended up. Okay. You know, let's just go back to that spot where I was put here. Yeah, that seems good. I mean, you know, maybe I was put there for a reason.
Oh, what a wonderful decision.
Yep. Okay. Assuming you travel the same way, you get back to where you guys first met. And Athena would have communicated to you that there are meadows further south that have like nice soil. But you're currently in like a loose light forest, so there's like open ground, things like that here as well.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna look around for something good to like dig with.
Okay. Um
um,
I guess
a-
give me an investigation.
Looking for some the diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole, diggy
you know
diggy
what? I'm
hole.
just gonna use my axe.
You would like find a stick or something. Okay, so you're just gonna use your axe.
Yeah.
Okay, Athena, you see your cat girl dungeon master looking around, picking up sticks, setting a stick down, and then she just pulls out an axe. And I see, how are you approaching this digging with your axe?
So like I pull out one of my little like hand axes, right? And I like kind of try to use it like a little shovel. And just like kind of gouge a hole, you know? Like I'm
Mhm.
pulling it like kind of towards me instead because I can't quite like it doesn't go in really well like a shovel would, I don't think. So I'm just kind of like doing my best.
All right, she's like making a dent in the ground and like just pushing dirt around. This is what you're watching, Athena.
Yeah, no, Fur literally just stands there and watches. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't do anything. Just kind of watches you do it.
I do that for like a couple minutes, and it's like
All right,
once
give
it's
me an
like deep
athletics
enough.
check. Okay, so like once you get going, you get a little groove to you, and you're starting to move dirt out. But it's not even close to efficient like a shovel. It would be almost to the equivalent of you just using your hands. You are essentially using your hand to dig this hole. You're like pushing your axe in and loosening some dirt up, and then scooping stuff out with your hands. How long or deep are you aiming to go?
Once
Yeah.
it's like deep enough, like a hand deep, I think I take my hands like and I kind of like tip it over, and I'm like, is this deep? Like, there you go, there's your hole.
It would
Put it in the
stay
ground.
attached to your palm.
Oh, is the hole I made for you not good enough?
Do a perception check, and it wiggled. So you notice it wiggle, but nothing more.
Or the dungeon thinks it's too good for the hole that I made for it.
I look at the hole. Does the hole look tiny?
It's a hand deep, so yeah.
Yeah. I believe that the hole needs to be deeper.
Can you help?
Oh, finally, just fucking.
Yeah, I'll use my quarterstaff to help like dig it out.
Give me an athletics, and then Slicky also roll another athletics. Okay, and Slicky, what is your goal this time?
Now that I have Fur helping, you know what? Can I ask the Pebble, the rock dungeon?
It's now been downgraded from rock to pebble.
Pebble?
That is the dungeon you're speaking to. Show respect.
Hey, buddy. Okay, the last hole wasn't good enough. How far down do you need to go?
Give me a perception check.
Please.
Okay, it wiggles aggressively, but you don't notice anything more than that.
All right.
Okay, so it would take you both going at it for like 30 to 45 minutes to get it to like your arm depth. Stella's arm depth.
Yeah, my arms are pretty long.
Yeah, I want to be clear that it's not a it's not a fur's arm depth.
Okay,
So
noted.
like 2.5, 3 feet. That's much longer. That's all right. We're gonna say 2 feet, and that's still probably longer than Stella's arms, but
Does this seem to be efficiently deep?
I don't know. I guess I'll ask the dungeon. And then Stella looks at the rock and says, "Okay, listen here, buddy. All right. If you do not get in this fucking hole, okay, I don't know. I'm gonna tell on you to your weird fae queen. All right. I'm gonna tell her that you're being difficult and that you suck. Okay. So please just get in the hole. Look, it's so deep. It's so deep this time."
how are you showing it the depth of the hole?
I like kind of tip it. You know what? Honestly, I just turned my hand upside down. You see it? You see it now? I hold it over the hole.
Okay, give me a perception check. You don't even notice it wiggle. It wiggled, but it was like a sad wiggle, but you didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I just start like kind of like waving, like kind of like batting my hand a bit, like just trying to get it off my fucking hand. Like, come on, please. It's so deep now, please. It's a good one. I promise you'll like it.
It would not release with you waving your hand above the hole.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay. Okay,
Have you tried putting your hand in the hole?
I stick my arm down in the hole. Here. And I press it into the dirt. Is this better? Is this better? You're real fucking fussy. I'm gonna be honest, Pebble. Rock, Dungeon. I don't know your name yet. You won't tell me.
Give me a perception check. At least we're not assuming rocks can see. It would have reluctantly like rolled towards your fingertips, but real slow.
Yeah. When it gets to my like fingertips, I like try really hard to shove it in the fucking dirt. Come on, there you go. Yeah.
All right, so you roll a d20. It releases and sadly falls in, like settles into the hole.
Okay. Okay. I start like burying it. I hope this is right. Please. I'm just like filling the hole back in.
Okay. So when you were like when you acknowledged that you're going to bury it, your headache had lightened. And at this point, your headache's like going away, and you feel like that kind of relief when you actually do the task that's been giving you anxiety this entire time. And it turned out it was a simple 5-minute task. Um,
5 minutes? No, that task took us hours.
okay, people digging with a quarterstaff and a hand axe.
I'm
You don't
sorry,
have a
what would you
shovel?
like- What would you like me to dig with?
Fur's hands are literally shovels.
Quarterstaff is better than my hands.
I hope you know
Where-
the entire time you were digging that hole, Fur was just like digging at the ground with its staff when it could have just been like fucking 2-hand shoveling dirt. for
We
you.
aren't smart.
like, like it's just like poking the ground because that's what it saw you doing with your hand axe. But yeah, okay, so you feel a sense of relief. And that's
As I'm like
yeah.
as I'm like filling the hole back in. So like, what now? Is it just gonna chill in there?
I am not sure. This is my first dungeon.
Is it not a rock? It's like a seed. Does it need? Do I have to water it? Stella like takes out her water skin and like dumps some to like water it. Maybe that's it.
Good call, Dungeon Master.
I know.
So you
I'm
give
a
me a
genius.
perception check. So you're hungry and you notice that it's starting to get less light outside. What? The progress of time?
Well, so in my equipment, I have rations.
Yeah, it would be one of those scenarios where like you know, like your stomach just starts gurgling after you finished burying the hole back in, and you've now realized that you have only drank water since you woke up in this weird land.
Like I reach into my bag and I like pull out some of my snacks that I had packed for Faychella.
Just don't eat the edibles.
Yeah, I'm very careful to make sure that I'm not taking any edibles right now. Ugh. And then I look around, like it's like a lightly forested area, right? Are there any like tree hollows or something where like I could tuck into like and just take a nap or something? Or well, not a nap, but like that might be a good place to sleep during the night.
Give me a nature check. You would remember that you passed like a bigger tree that had kind of like a hollow in its roots.
Okay, and is
like
it like really nearby and
yeah,
stuff?
it's like 2 minutes away.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm like snacking. I look at Fur. Like, so are you like not hungry or anything?
I do not require to eat or sleep.
You don't eat or sleep?
No, I simply exist.
To be
But you're like a
jealous.
tree, right? Do you need water? Do you need sunlight?
I don't believe so. However, I guess I've never gone without it.
I wonder. Okay. Well, it's like getting dark and stuff. So, oh, that's awesome. So like you can just like take care of everything while I go to sleep.
If you so desire. Do you
'Cause, like,
require sleep? Do you not? Do you need to sleep?
yeah, it's getting dark.
Yes, the sun has disappeared.
Yeah. And then I also want to look around. Is there like a nice like normal big rock that we could move like on top of the spot where we buried the dungeon to like kind of mark it?
What is a normal big rock?
Like,
Do you mean normal as in not a dungeon? Or
like one of those like garden rocks, you know? Like one of a big garden rock.
so like a medium rock that's not
Yeah.
like a boulder
Not like a
or attached to the
boulder.
ground. A pick-upable rock.
Yes.
Yeah, there would be rocks about.
I try to find like a nice one, and then I want to make a little like I want to do one, and then I'm gonna put like another like littler one on top to make a little stick.
Okay, so you're making a cairn on top of your buried dungeon.
Yeah.
What the heck?
We're not going to dive into the symbolism of that, but
No, like 2 rocks. 2 rocks, so I know it's not just like a random rock, because it's 2 rocks.
Yes, I can confirm that is the number of 2 in rocks.
okay. I don't think you need a roll to accomplish that task. I feel like you're within your natural means of stacking rocks.
Listen, dude, some people just like stack rocks for fun, all right? It doesn't mean anything. Well, it doesn't have to mean anything.
Stalkcrackers are real people, okay?
Fun
They
fact.
are. Have you seen?
Don't stack river rocks because 1, it's disrespectful to certain cultures, and 2, it destroys the local ecosystems.
It
Fun,
does.
fun outdoor facts.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Always put river rocks back.
Okay, so you stack the rocks. It's getting dusky now.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, there's like a tree that I thought it would be a really nice place to sleep. It's like over here.
It's like
And
in
then I just-
pointable distance. I said 2 minutes, but that's
Yeah.
pretty far away. It's like there. It's it's within viewable distance.
Like, I'm probably gonna go to sleep soon
Okay.
because I think I did the thing I need to do.
Okay.
What should I do while you are asleep?
I don't know. Make sure that like. I don't know. I guess we're like in the woods and shit, so I don't. Make sure no animals come around and are weird. I guess for one. I don't want to get like I don't know attacked by wolves while I'm asleep.
Understood. Prevent animals from being weird.
All right, gotcha. You're the best, Ferg. I get out like my bedroll and stuff, and
Fucking vague ass instructions. Don't kill
I keep an eye
Sliggy.
out for
Don't
any
kill
animals
Sliggy.
being.
Don't kill Sliggy.
I keep an eye out for any animals being weird, Otterly.
Sliggy, are you just going and laying under a tree essentially in the nook?
like
Is this
yeah, like, I'm
all
gonna,
the
like,
preparations you're making for the night?
She doesn't know what she's doing.
Got it. Okay. So you're going to sleep now. Is that
I mean, I'm gonna go to sleep when I get tired.
you're
tired?
pretty tired.
You're all
Yeah,
tuckered
then
out.
I'm
You're,
pretty tired.
you're
then I'm
all
just gonna-
tuckered out. It's getting dark
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I just get into my bedroll and knock the fuck out.
Okay, so now we get to play Athena's on Watch.
Oh, yay.
Athena, how close to the tree are you standing?
I'm like pretty close. Actually, you know what? It's even funnier. I'm like towering over like Sliggy.
You're just like in her. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in like a
Watching
really
out.
uncomfortable space. It's definitely like if she woke up, this is like you definitely do not need to be this close for. Why are you like right next to me? And yeah, I'm looking to see if any animals are weird.
Got it. Okay,
Or has no
so
concept of what weird is.
roll perception.
Great. I wonder what I find. Uh Perception. Is there anything being weird?
So for like the first like 3 hours, no animals are being weird.
Okay, good.
Okay, go ahead and give me another perception roll.
Okay, let me see here. Any weird ones today?
Okay, so no animals are being weird, but what you would have noticed over the next 3 hours, so here this would be like spanning like that midnight area. So a squirrel came up, jumped on Athena's face. She didn't wake up, kind of smelled around, and then ran away. A fox came trotting through the area. Didn't act weird, act very fox-like.
Okay, good.
Other than that, nothing really eventful. The two rocks stacked on top of each other stayed still. Nothing happened.
Oh, thank God. That would have been really weird.
All right, give me one last perception check. Okay, so as it's becoming like the morning hours, no animals are acting weird. A wolf did like walk right in front of you, but it didn't do anything weird. It kind of looked at you, smelled around, kind of smelled Stella a little bit, and then continued on its way.
Okay.
Nothing weird happened. Very wolf-like.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I would stop if it was being weird, but that's not weird. That's pretty normal.
That's animals just walk, it's not being weird. It wasn't like on its hind legs or anything.
Did any birds land on me during the night?
No, but there are birds like in a canopy. If you give me one more perception roll.
Okay, wait. Okay, well,
so now as the light's coming up, would you be doing anything different? Like, would you be like sticking your arms out and seeing if any birds would land on you?
Yeah, I've been pretty still the entire day, all night, unless like, yeah, I've been still all night because nothing's been weird. If a bird does come in my vicinity, I am going to cast Talk with Animals, and I'm going to discuss with the bird what is weird and what do you think weird is, bird?
Yeah, so now as sunrise comes up, the birds are chirping, and a small bird, a songbird, does land on your arm.
Hello, little bird. Why? Do you know what weird is?
It gives you some chirps back, which
Well, I can understand it. I can speak to animal. What is it saying?
At normal?
What's it saying to me?
At normal?
No, weird.
Awake when supposed to be asleep?
That is weird. Thanks, little bird.
It would just chirp, hungry, 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 and then fly off.
Go eat, little bird. Go eat. Don't be weird, little bird.
So at this point, Sliggy, the sun would be rising, and you would have been asleep for like roughly 10 hours. You're a tiger.
In real life and in game, you fucking just sleep for 10 hours. Jesus Christ, Sliggy.
Honestly, the only reason that I wake up is all that fucking chirping.
Oh yeah, there's so much chirp. Like you're in a forest and there's nothing to interrupt the natural process. Like there's so much chirping. So many birds are welcoming in the new day.
Oh my God, what is that?
I look down and I'm like, there were no weird animals last night.
So Sluggy, you would wake up to the chirping of fur talking to the bird. So like it's very directed chirping like in your direction because they're standing essentially on top of you with their arm.
Yeah, like if you turn over, there's just my giant rooted feet next to you.
All right, okay, cool. The animals weren't weird. That's great. Fucking birds. They suck. Okay.
They are being normal though. They are quite
Yeah.
hungry.
That's weird. How do you know that?
Those birds are always hungry.
Good point.
And I spoke to Little Bird. Little Bird was very helpful in informing what is weird.
God, talk about ominous statements. The birds are always hungry. They hungry.
Okay, all right. Let's go check on the dungeon. The dungeon.
Yeah, look over at the rock. Are the rocks rocks?
So
I
are you
get up
going
and
over
I-
to
Yeah, yeah, I get up and I go over to check on the spot where it's buried.
Okay. How do you want to approach this? Do you want to investigate the spot that it is buried in? Would you like to perceive the spot that it is buried in?
You said that I feel like some sort of connection to the dungeon, right?
You did that one time when you were really in tune with your investigation.
Yeah, I want to try to repeat that.
Okay, so give me a perception. Or no, give me insight.
Okay.
Um you wouldn't I don't know, you're sleepy still, you're groggy, but you're not really getting any kind of like pull or connection to the thing you buried.
All right.
You don't have a
It
headache
doesn't-
though, so you know that's
Yeah.
lovely.
And I don't feel like I have anything pressing I need to be doing.
Nope.
Right. Well. Hey, Fur, let's go explore.
Certainly. Where would you like to explore today?
You said there were like some meadows and stuff not that weren't the woods, right? Like
Correct,
pretty
in this
close by?
direction.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
All right, we head towards the meadows.
Okay.
Maybe we'll find the way back to Faychella.
How would you like to be traveling?
I think it's always leading, right?
Yeah, it's for leaning. I just kind of follow in their wake.
Okay, but not your ninja cat form.
Yeah, no, not even in the ninja cat form. Like I'm just chilling.
Okay.
I'm like, yes.
So you two are strolling south towards the meadows. After about 5 minutes, the trees would start lighting up, loosen. Like, it would be less dense and more meadowy. And then after about 7 minutes, you would come to like the edge of your forest, and there would be kind of like rolling hills with like meadowy fields and stuff. The occasional tree on a hilltop, things like that, but open fields.
Okay.
Let me write down that you are 7 minutes away, because otherwise we're going to make up distances.
Okay, so there's just
Does this look more like Chintella to you?
no, this looks absolutely nothing like Faychella, but it's way nicer than the woods, I'm gonna be honest.
I thought the woods were nice.
I mean, they're like okay. They're fine. Like there's nothing super wrong with them. It's just not my vibe. It's like, Fur, what do we do now?
I do not know. I feel like whatever makes you better will make it so that you can take care of the dungeon more. So what would you require?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, not really something I want to do. So, you know what? I'm just gonna climb a tree and uh try to get a like higher up view of what's around. Um I will say I do have athlete, so climbing as a baseline doesn't cost me extra movement.
Base?
So
What do you think you're gonna be in combat all of a sudden? Climb the tree.
no, I mean,
Are
so
you
I
are you
climb the tree.
saying that it's like you're confident in your tree climbing abilities?
Yeah, I feel
So
like
you can, that's in your normal range of abilities. You can climb this tree.
yeah, because
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't
Go
cost
for
me
it.
extra movement, so I just want to climb the tree.
It doesn't cost me extra movement. Okay, roll initiative. You're now.
I do say that there is combat. We are under attack.
Okay.
But they are not being weird. They are being normal.
The wolves around us are still being normal.
Wolves most commonly do attack and look for food.
Okay, so you're up in the tree.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I
so
see,
you're
like,
in
further out?
Which
You are quite nimble.
Which direction do you want to look? As a reminder, the south is where the meadow is, and you're on that.
South
tree line.
over the meadow to see if I can
Okay.
spot anything further out.
Give me a perception. So it's kind of just rolling meadows. You spot a few like roaming deer. There is a horse herd off in the distance.
Wait, sorry, what?
A horse herd, a herd of horses. Like nay, like
not gonna lie, I thought you said horse bird, and I was like,
there's a
what was
horse
that little
bird off
bird?
in the distance. Oh, that's a new.
What was that little bird?
But kind of just rolling meadows, off towards the east. You can make out in the distance that there is a river. It might be the same river you were at the previous day, but it is a river. But there are no like settlements or obvious signs of people or humanoids, things like that.
I clamber back down the tree. So like, I already know that you're not going to give me a helpful answer to this, but like, how do you take care of a dungeon? Like, what are you expecting to happen?
I feel like I am quite helpful. That is my whole purpose. However, as for what to do with the dungeon, I believe that is up to you. My goal is to hopefully aid you in doing whatever that may be to make sure that the dungeon grows and prospers.
How does a dungeon grow?
You wouldn't know that, Athena.
It most likely grows like other living life forms.
So it is a
Certainly.
fucking seed. Oh my god. Okay.
It's not the worst analogy, for being honest.
For how do you grow a seed? Like, what all do I need to give it? But like, imagine it's like not a plant seed, some other kind of seed, like a dungeon seed. What would they like? What do you think they would like?
So Athena, you would know of like other dungeons.
Okay.
So in this world there are other dungeons and they're at different tiers of strength. So you would know like stories passed through like your guardian. Not like stories, but like genetic memory, essentially, right?
Okay,
Of like
yeah.
the hero, like so of like the Great Fire Dungeon down south and like the Earth Dungeon and things like that. So like you would be aware of like dungeons like can have elemental aspects to them, and they summon great beasts and things like that.
Okay. Not sure how that helps me answer the question though. I am not sure. I believe we must simply listen to it. You can speak to it, can you not? I heard you talking to it before.
Yeah, so that was more me talking at it than to it, if you catch my drift.
Oh. That is strange to have a one-sided conversation. That's okay though. Not everyone can have two-sided conversations. We could try giving it things and seeing if it likes it. But not the
Well,
birds.
you know-
Let's not give it the birds.
Okay.
I like the birds.
No birds. No birds. You know what? I have like the perfect thing to give it. And then she starts heading
Wonderful.
back
And so
Fur follows.
you're heading back towards
to the dungeon.
okay. You know what? Just roll a d20. You know what? Go ahead. Roll a d20.
Okay.
All right, you make it safely back to your
What do you mean
dungeon.
safely? What were there? Like an ambush waiting for us if we rolled bad?
You know, we've been traveling around a lot
Yeah.
recently, and we haven't had to roll for it. So
What a real shame if someone
Alright.
jumped you.
Alright. When we get back, I go through my bag. You know how earlier I was like, you know, when I'm eating my rations, I'm making sure I'm not taking any of the edibles.
Give the
I'm
dungeon
gonna
edibles?
try to give the dungeon the edibles.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
how do you go about this?
I guess I'm gonna try to like ask it for one. I'm gonna like try to reach out and talk to it again.
All right,
The same way I was trying to before.
give me an insight.
Truly impressive. The dungeon master can speak to the dungeon.
Okay, so you do feel that you're connected, and it feels like it's where you would have left the dungeon core.
Okay.
But there's no like communication coming from it at you.
I just tell it, I'm like, okay, listen, I got some good shit that I think you'll like. I'm just gonna need you to like do your thing and take it. And I like I guess I just like put down the edibles.
Where?
Like the closest spot physically on the ground to where like I buried it.
Which is now has a rock on top of a rock on top of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I moved the rocks. I moved the
You
rocks.
move the rocks. Okay, so you've moved the rocks and you're just placing your edibles
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
ground. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Okay, you would notice that there's like a slight indent from underneath where the rocks were.
hmm
Is that where you're putting your edibles?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna put them.
Okay.
Okay. I would have built a dungeon, but then I got high.
Okay, you leave the edibles there.
Was gonna fight bad guys, but then I got high. Doot. All the mobs in the dungeon got stoned tonight. Ba. Feel like we're doing right now.
What is your next action there, Stella?
I'm gonna say these are for you.
Okay.
um,
And
I guess I just kind of bury them. Maybe I cover them up. Like, take them.
Okay. So you put like
Again?
some dirt on top of them.
Yeah.
How thoroughly are you burying these? Let's be honest. You did not dig further into that indent, but you were putting dirt on top of it, to be clarified, on top of your edibles.
I'm gonna be honest. My interpretation was like she saw like this indent. Was the indent already there from when I buried it,
So
or like was that new?
you moved
from
the
just now?
rocks and you notice that there's an indent. When
Okay.
you
know what?
the previous night, I will say the previous night when you buried it and put rocks
Uh-huh.
on top. So you buried it, right? And you compacted the ground down flat.
Yeah.
And you put 2 rocks on top
Okay.
of it.
You know, I'm gonna try to ask the dungeon. Do I need to bury these for you so that you can take them?
All right, give me perception and insight.
Okay, the double check.
So you get a notion of affirmative.
All right, sick. I bury them.
Okay, in what manner are you burying them? Are you digging further down, or are you just putting dirt on top of them to like even out the indent? Like what are we doing here?
Is
Walk me
it
through
easy
this.
is it easy to like try to go further in the indent?
It's
As if that's what the
loose,
dungeon wants.
like semi-packed dirt. So like you dug a hole and you just put the dirt you dug from before it back into that hole. So it's not like it's been like a week and like weather and stuff have kind of formed it into like a solid earth again. So yeah, it's relatively easy for you to like scoop dirt out and stuff.
Sure. I kind of like, yeah, I start moving the soil to
Okay,
make a way for me to,
how
like-
deep? How deep are you going here, Sliggy?
Is it easy to get like about as deep as I buried the dungeon?
I mean, it would just be about the effort of like scooping out the dirt again.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I go through it.
Okay. So you go all the way down to the dungeon core?
Yeah, and then I like reach in and like try to give it the edible. I like just put the edibles up to the rock. When, like I
Okay.
feel around.
So you've left the edibles on the rock. Do you then bury it right away? What's our next action here, Sliggy? Walk me through this.
Yeah, I just bury it again.
Okay. So we're not like waiting around to see anything. We're just burying it. Got it.
I mean, does it do anything right away?
Not right away. No.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just fucking bury it.
And by saying
not gonna
not
sit there
right
and watch
away,
it.
I'm not implying that in the future something will happen. I just mean immediately when you drop the things there, nothing happens.
I'm like, all right, buddy, those are for you. Enjoy them.
Okay, so you've now fed, quote unquote, fed your dungeon edibles and reburied it. What is your you're still like real early in the morning, by the way. You really haven't spent too much time in this task.
Yeah, when you finish that, Fergo's quite impressive, Dungeon Master. That was very impressive.
What else should we feed a dungeon? I'm gonna treat the dirt there in the whole like a mouth, and I'm just gonna. What should we put in it? Not birds. Not birds. I know.
Yes, no, not birds. Maybe some meat. Things like meat. Meat is good usually, right?
Huh? But does it need like? I mean, yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not?
Could also potentially like fruits. Fruits are yummy.
Fruits and berries. Yeah, let's try that first.
Okay.
I just kind of like gently put the rock back on top of the dungeon to like cover it up again.
Question for you guys.
Yeah.
How would you like to be leveled up? Like, is mid-session fine? or you'd like it like kind of like at the end of a session?
I normally do EXP at the end of a session, but I mean that's up to you. Whatever you think's best. Then.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Okay. I'm just like trying not to get you guys killed while you're still running around as little babies.
Well, that's why we
Yeah.
said that we should
Yeah.
start level 3.
No,
But
no,
you were like,
sorry,
no,
little
it's better to have
babies."
these little babies. It's better to watch you
Well,
suffer.
listen, and then you guys talking about getting me, and I was like, oh, well, yeah. Okay,
I don't know what you expect from me.
continue.
Yeah.
My gun. All right, where are we heading off to?
I guess we're looking for like berries and stuff, like fruits and berries.
All right, we're doing some forgery or forging.
Those are two different things.
You can choose which one we do. Both are fine.
Athena, give me a yeah, just give me a survival check.
Okay.
Okay. And you like recall like where you've traveled and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I have an excellent memory of maps and geography, and I can also recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around me. And in addition, I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each day, provided the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Okay. So you would have noticed in your travels yesterday, berry bushes. I will put in the caveat that you are not a biological being, so you don't have a concept of edible versus inedible berries. But if you
My
were to
concept
like,
is if animals eat it.
yeah, like you're like, oh look, the birds are eating this berry. Which another like side tip, guys, don't follow animals to eat berries. If you're lost in the woods, plants are not your friends for eating. The more you know. But if you were to use your like ability to like find food and small game, you would manage to come back with things that Stella could eat. But as your recollection, you have seen berry bushes and trees with berries, and in the meadow you guys would have seen like a fruit tree or something like that out there.
Okay, I mentioned that.
And you've seen like rabbits and rabbit trails, and obviously you saw that deer.
So I inform you of all this, so you
Okay, let's go to that fruit tree, grab some of that, and then along the way, or maybe out of the way, you can go by those berry bushes that are like totally like edible and good, and we'll grab some of those.
certainly.
And then we'll head back and feed some to the dungeon.
All right.
And to me.
Okay, so your plan is to head south into the meadows to harvest that one fruit tree.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your next step is walk that direction.
Yep.
Okay. Traveling as you normally would or have been. Just strolling. Okay. So you make it to the edge of the forest, and so you give me a constitution check. Or saving roll, or just roll your constitution. I don't know what the lingo is behind that. Okay.
I mean, is it a save or a check?
I don't know, Sliggy.
Okay. Well,
Do a save, I guess.
Okay, then add 2 to that. The 21.
Sliggy coming in here with your weird D&D terms. Oh, you should know this stuff. Okay. As you step into the meadow, you start to feel a little like foggy and like Like you have like a mind fog starting to develop. Not a headache, anything like that, just a little grogginess.
Okay.
Oh,
Again,
no, the
you
voices.
just like don't eat or drink water ever, so it could be that. But it was specifically when you stepped out of the forest.
Okay.
And then so that fruit tree would be about like a 2-minute walk from the forest edge. So you got some meadows and stuff to walk through, but it's not too far away from the forest edge.
I'm just getting myself through the brain fog like fruit, 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 fruit.
Okay, so you continue on to the fruit tree.
Yep.
Okay.
Need it.
Roll another constitution save.
You're dying.
Okay. So it's still just kind of groggy, kind of mind fogged.
Okay. This is weird. Okay.
So the fruit tree would be just like apples, by the way.
Okay.
We're just gonna call them apples.
Yeah.
Oh my god, apples.
Plenty of apples on the tree. There's some fallen around, in different states of decay. You would see some like nibbles and stuff on the ones on the ground.
I try to find some like nice ones to pick off the tree.
All right, so you're up in the tree.
Yeah.
All right, Athena, what are you doing?
I was told to gather berries, so I'm collecting those berries.
So there are no berries in this location unless you guys split up at this point.
I'm pretty sure that was what Stella wanted.
No, we were coming to the fruit tree, and then either along the way on the way back, or we would take like a detour to get the berries.
Oh, okay. Then if that's the case, then I am simply standing under the tree, looking up, and I assume catching whatever apples that she throws down at me.
Yeah, you would also like the apple tree is like only like 8 feet tall, right? So like its lower branches, like your like head is at like its lower branches. Like you could reach up and interact with the tree essentially.
Okay.
It's not a tall tree.
Okay, then I'm reaching, interacting, and grabbing some.
Okay.
Yay for being tall.
Like apple trees, guys, aren't like these monstrous trees.
Yeah, once Fur has like a bunch of apples, so I was like, all right, okay. Apples, now let's go back and get those berries.
Certainly. Let me go heading back. Up.
Okay, so as soon as you step back into the forest, your grogginess is gone. And you take like a different way back and you get some berries. And just like on your way, you find a heap or two. Like each of you pretty much have like 2 servings of berries. You don't want to take too much. You guys have an inherent knowing of not like over harvesting.
No, over harvest. Destroy the ecosystem. Let's go.
Yeah. Once we get back, I'm gonna like munch on an apple and some berries.
Before you do, Fur says wait.
Oh.
And then Fur will do a ritual cast of detect poison and disease.
Oh.
Look at Fur guarding its dungeon fairy, performing its duties.
Yeah, I cannot let the dungeon master die of berries. Are you kidding me?
All the berries and fruit you've picked, you've managed to find actual edible ones.
All right, I let you know that none of these are poison. You are good.
Okay, awesome. She just
I
starts
should
like
say
snacking
edible
away.
to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
And then after I finish eating, I'm gonna move the rock again.
Oh, okay.
And...
We replaced the rock apparently.
Yes, I did. I said that. I said I put the rock back.
Okay, I'll believe you.
She did.
I said I'll believe you.
Okay. Now, when I like rebury, does it look the same as how I left it?
Yeah, there's no invent this time.
Okay. I try to talk to the dungeon again. I try to reach out and say, okay, we're back again. I got
Okay.
some more stuff for you.
Do insight and perception. Okay. You don't notice a response or anything.
Because it got high. Because it got high. Ba, 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 da.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna like kind of move the dirt again, and then
Okay, so you're
Like,
digging
even though
all the
the-
way down to the dungeon core again.
yeah, I'm going down to the dungeon core again.
All 2 feet.
Hey, that's Deem.
You're deep. Intellectually.
Yeah.
Saved it.
So when I kind of move the dirt out back again, I don't know if I can see back down there. Are the edibles still there?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, those edibles are still there. All the same number you put in are there, but you notice one might be a little smaller than it was, but you also like aren't making uniform edibles, and so maybe it was just smaller when you put it down there.
You know, maybe you're still working on those, but here, have some of these too. I shove like an apple and some berries down in there.
All right. So how
Really
many?
lumpy.
Just one apple and some berries, or like what?
Yeah.
How much of your collection are you putting down?
One apple and like a couple berries, like a little, like not a big handful.
Okay. Okay. So at this point, your dungeon core, which is like the size of your palm, right,
Mm-hmm.
has some edibles on it, an apple, which is like bigger than it next to it, and then also a couple berries down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
The dungeon master is so wise, they know best.
Okay.
All right, hope that's good. And then I start burying it again.
Okay. So you bury it back level and then put the rocks.
Yep.
Okay. At this point, it would be like approaching midday.
Right. Hey, Fur, what was the way back to that river again? I have so much dirt under my fingernails from all this.
Yeah, don't worry. It is simply this way.
Okay. So I follow Fur to the river.
Okay, just walking normally.
To the river.
Yeah.
Okay. So after about 10 minutes, you've traveled about 10 minutes. Give me a Constitution save. Okay. You don't notice anything. Be that way. You're very
feeling pretty good,
determined on washing your hands.
Yes, hygiene is important.
Okay, so you would
I do
continue
agree.
another 7 minutes about, and you would get to the riverfront.
Jesus,
Give me
17 minutes
another
away. What the fuck?
Constitution.
Okay.
Okay. So your head is pretty groggy at this point. Like your eyesight is starting to like go a little blurry as well.
Fuck. We're at the river, right?
Yeah.
And I just real fucking quick like wash my hands.
All right. Give me a acrobatics roll.
What the fuck?
Why acrobatics? You.
Okay, you managed to crawl over to the water and wash your hands.
What? Okay, wait a second. For looks at Stella, that is like,
Athena,
are
you
you?
would notice like as you were walking, like probably like starting like 2 or 3 minutes away from where the water was, that she's kind of like stumbling a little bit more behind you and is like walking slower. And you're leading, but you're sort of like aware of her behind you, and you're not like walking so fast that you leave her behind. She got short little baby legs and you have tall legs.
Yeah.
So like yeah, you've noticed that she's slowing down. And then when you get to the
Yeah.
river,
Okay.
you see
Well,
her like
yeah, she started crawling towards the water. I'm like,
yeah.
I go, Dungeon Master, are you okay?
You know what? I'm kind of starting to wonder if like the dungeon took those edibles and now I'm feeling a little weird because of it.
That is very possible. You and the dungeon will be quite intimate.
Like,
Ooh.
should I not be feeding it drugs?
I do not know. I don't feel like feeding poison to an organism is a wise decision.
Whoa, it's not poison. It's not poison. It's just drugs.
That is poison. Drugs are poison.
You know what? Well, that's your opinion. In my
Okay,
opinion,
boomer.
they're so smart.
Are you able to stand?
Yeah. course. Duh.
Give me another
Do I look like a
acrobatics
kid?
check.
Do I look like a kid?
I do not know of the age looks of a kid.
So you do manage to stand up, but it's not the most impressive, convincing stand up
Yeah.
you've seen.
All right, let's
A
go
little
back.
wobbly.
God. Jeez.
All right, let us go. And then Fur is gonna start walking, but keep an eye on Stella.
Okay. Again, so like for the next like 3 or 4 minutes, she's kind of slower, stumblier, but managing to walk. And then over time, as you get further along, she is more chipper, and her grogginess would go away, and she'd be walking normally.
As soon as she starts walking normally, I'm like, there you go. That is the walking that I expect. Before, your walking was much less efficient.
You know, I'm just gonna choose to take that as a compliment.
I am simply checking on your well-being.
Well, honestly, right now, my well-being is bored. I'm so bored.
This is the one person in control of her environment. What do you want to do about it, Sliggy? Right, so he walks back to.
Yeah, when we get back,
It'd be like roughly like midday, right? So before it was like right before midday. Now it's like just after midday.
I take like a stick and I go over, I move the rock, and I just kind of like poke the ground where the dungeon thing is. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? This is boring.
Roll perception and insight.
I was supposed to be at Faychella by now.
I'm still not sure what this Faychella is.
Your question of what am I supposed to do now? You didn't get a response to that. If you were meaning to ask the dungeon and get a response back or not is not in the question here, but you didn't get a response back to it.
So like, you don't know how long it's supposed to take until that thing does something? Like, it's just in the ground. Why isn't it doing anything?
I believe it needs time to grow. For now, I think we should prioritize you while the dungeon is working.
You know what? I can get behind that.
This slept in a fucking tree the night before.
All right. Okay. Fine. Me. So I need. Okay, I want a nicer place to sleep that's not just a tree. So like,
I look up and down the tree.
I don't know, do you know how to build like a little, like one of those little, not like a tent, but like kind of like one with like
I do-
sticks and stuff?
I do not know what you're asking for. No.
Right.
Well,
That's
how about
accurate.
we?
Sleep,
How about we?
Athena would not know how to like build any structures or anything, as is,
But
she doesn't
I do
require
have the
sleep or
schematic
food.
to make a mansion. Luckily, I have acquired the schematics to make a mansion, and will build us the finest 5-story house possible. Commence montage.
Sliggy starves to death.
No. Because my tree can feed me every day. And up to 5 other people. Okay, alright, fine. Let's get some. Okay.
Let's get down to
Stella
business.
is going to like do her best to like get the materials and stuff to try to like make herself some sort of little shelter.
Okay. Are you going to give Fur any instruction in this, or are you just going to walk off and start?
I want Fur to help me, absolutely. I give Fur one of my little like, I don't know, like one of my hand axes. I'm gonna use that to like try to chop wood and stuff. Or like, you know?
Okay.
So that Fur can help too. I don't know if that's their most efficient way of trying to help, but I offer it nonetheless.
Sure, Fur takes it and you just want me
Okay.
to chop down trees? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Yeah, what is the specific ask you're making of Fur here? You just handing it an axe?
Okay, listen. I don't know exactly how to make a shelter. But I'm hoping Stella can figure it out.
Okay, so your I is you as a person, or I as in Stella?
So
So Stella isn't like doesn't have any kind of like outdoorsy experience, right?
not like a lot, no.
But she knows that people like make structures in the wild, right? Like that would be
Yeah.
something she is
And
aware of.
it's like she has proficiency in like survival, so like she might know. Maybe she knows enough to like cobble something together.
Okay, and so
I'm
yeah,
not
I would say
totally
you,
sure.
if you have proficiency in survival, I would say you would be able to make like your standard basic stick structure at minimum.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a couple of choices. You could either do like a standing lean-to kind of structure, which would just be like a triangle with elevated. So it's that's probably where you would, that angle is what you would go for if you slept in the tree trunk like that. And there's plenty of like sticks around, so like you would know like, oh yes, I need sticks. So if you were doing that, you would probably, if you're having her cut down anything, have her cut down like smaller but like taller little trees, right? So that you could have like solid posts and stuff for a solid structure.
Yeah. I think that's what I would have for do. That sounds simple enough.
Sure. I attempt to proceed to do that then.
Okay.
To my little heart's content. Bop, 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 bop.
I think it would be in both your like natural abilities to accomplish this goal in the area, since it is a forested area. There are plenty of sticks and things on the ground for Stella to get, and there are plenty of like younger saplings that Fur could get. So over the next 2 hours, you build your structure. It's good enough to like keep rain and stuff off of you. It's deep enough that you could put a fire pit at the front if you wanted to, and you've pushed leaves and debris into the back to add cushioning and what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just go with warmth because my brain doesn't want to think of it.
Yeah. It's a little bit like of a better insulated spot.
Insulation,
than
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've pushed leaves and debris back, and so essentially you have what would be like a 4.5 foot opening, and it goes back about 5 feet. Well, no, about 6 feet, and you filled like half of that with leaves and stuff for making sleeping more comfortable. And then in the front, you have an area where you could make a fire.
Okay, we gotta know though, is it as good as a first night camp on Survivor? Like, are we at that level?
It would be not as familiar with Survivor, but it would probably be on scale or better.
Okay, we're pretty good. We're pretty good.
It wouldn't like get you through a winter, but it would get you through your current seasonal weather. So it's not getting super cold at night, but it's getting chilly.
Gotcha. Oh,
So now
sure
it's
we
like
can use-
mid-afternoon. And you have shelter.
Okay. I think I'm gonna eat another snack, maybe another apple, or something. And then yeah, I think honestly, Stella's just like super bored,
Hmm.
and so she's gonna say, "For you should like find us something to do."
Something to do. Like,
Yeah, like okay, we made a shelter. Now what? I don't know. I'm bored.
normally what I'll do is stand here and watch the critters run by. Would you like to stand here and watch the critters run by?
Barking
I'm
up the
not really-
wrong tree here, Stella.
I'm not really into bird watching, no. It's not really my thing.
Understandable.
But not really.
Yeah. Shame
know
that you
what?
did not realize the enjoyableness of the animals.
You know what? In my stuff, I do have a lute. I'm just gonna like pull out my lute and play that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing I have.
Give me a performance check.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
just like laying down.
She's just
like,
kind of
in her
hitting the
stuff.
strings at random intervals. How long are you doing this for, Slicky?
I think a while.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
like a fat man.
First sees like a cute animal go by and then immediately runs away and first like, oh.
Okay, Athena, also roll a d20 for me. Okay, nothing weird happens.
Yeah, she's just like laying
Um,
on the ground, strumming
okay.
like da 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 da.
By a while. How so you started playing, let's say it's like mid-afternoon. When you
Yeah.
started playing, would you play until like the sun starts to go down or like an hour or like what are we talking here?
I mean, she's gonna do that. I mean, for at least like a solid hour. Like, she's just like going through a bunch of different songs. Ones she expected to be playing at the music festival and stuff. Um,
Okay, you know what? Give me another perception check. I assume you're laying like in your shelter or by your
Yeah.
shelter, which I
Yeah, like,
assume would have been
somewhere.
made like close to your hole.
Yeah, it's by my hole.
Your hidey hole.
Yeah, my hidey hole where I keep my edibles.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've just like adopted a squirrel. She's just burying her fruits in edibles.
So it's okay. I'm mostly sad that all the cute animals keep running away from the sounds.
Yeah, like no small animals would approach you. No birds are getting close to you. Like it's a torturous time. You don't
Yeah.
care
No.
about the performance at all. Music doesn't really bother you, but the amount of animals not coming to you is
Very upsetting.
Honestly, after I've been doing it for like an hour or so, can I try again on the performance since I've been getting some practice in?
yeah, sure. After about 30 minutes, let's see how your performance changes.
Think it better or worse?
After like 30 minutes of strumming along, you kind of just start laying back and you're like bobbing in and out of sleep and just like moving your fingers across your lute. And honestly, like no noise is even happening. Like you're just kind of lazily strumming. Luckily there's no humanoid or person nearby to even attempt to listen to your rendition of the Fae Festival songs.
All of the critters are gone.
This is
The critters are acting weird, Athena.
Hmm. This is disappointing.
Okay, so you play for about an hour. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, about an hour.
It's now like late afternoon. Sun's not quite starting to go down yet, but it will be soon.
Yeah, after like a while of that, I put the loot back. I just lean it into the shelter, and I'm like, okay, fuck. I go back to the spot where the dungeon core was buried, and I poke it. It's like, are you done yet?
All right, give me a perception and insight again. If I keep having her roll, eventually she'll hit the right. God damn it.
You're making me roll 2 of them. Like,
You have
crit.
a plus
Surely the crit.
3 perception, Slicky. Okay, so you're once again very aware of your connection to the thing you buried. What did you say?
I said, are you like done yet? Are you?
Just like you just hear no.
When it says no, I'm like,
It's very
when are you gonna
you
be
were like you're
done?
sure you heard something, but it was very quick and very fleeting.
Yeah. She just immediately steps back. Well, when are you gonna be done?
Okay. Give me another perception. So now you just a while.
This sucks.
Give me another perception.
Why?
Would have been quicker if you put me deeper, you fairy.
I'm not a fucking fairy.
What do you mean you're not a fairy? I'm supposed to have a fairy.
I'm not a fucking fairy. Maybe if you had eyes, you'd know that. Dumbass.
Dungeon Master,
Just
so
silence.
impressive over there.
Just silence at that point.
For watching this one-sided conversation from a distance,
I
proudly,
assume Stella's just
Dungeon Master, so
out
impressive.
loud saying this stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's yelling at the rock.
you're.
I cannot comprehend the capabilities to be able to speak to such an entity.
Or
as
the dungeon is complaining that it's not buried deep enough.
Would you like to bury it deeper?
I guess if that's what its whiny ass wants.
Do I require to use the quarterstaff
Like,
again?
roll a perception. You just get a feeling of like sass going back at you.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I feel like what we tried last time really sucked. I think it's better just use our hands.
Oh, we do not require to use the tool. I go over and I cast Mold Earth. I can target an area of loose earth and I can instantly excavate it and move it along the ground and deposit it up to 5 feet away.
Where were you targeting specifically?
I mean, I'll just start with the current dirt that we have and just like remove it off of it so that it's gone. And
well, you'd also like dig down like another foot at this point. So after that's done, it would be 3 feet down now, and it would have the dungeon core and 2 berries, an apple, and the edibles piled on top of it.
Yeah. How deep would you like this to go?
Honestly, put that fucking thing as far underground as you can.
All right. Well, we're gonna at least down 5 feet because that's the maximum I can do to like make sure that the dirt is instantly gone.
5 feet from the surface, or 5 feet from where it's at? To clarify.
It just says move along the ground and deposit it up to 5 feet away. So
Okay,
it'd be
so
from the point that I hit, it can go 5
to
feet
the
in any distance.
surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you wish to accomplish?
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Although we're just like casting it like at with the dungeon cord down there. That's
why. Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Bell didn't pick it up and said to get it lower. So yeah,
it's specifically you deposit the dirt.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm manipulating the dirt. I'm manipulating dirt right now.
Just want to be clear, okay, so you would cast that and instantly there would be a 2-foot void underneath the dungeon core and the fruits, and they would just fall, and
yeah.
The berries and stuff would be a little smushed, maybe a little bruise on the apple.
Is that deep enough there, Dungeon Master?
That's perfect.
All right, great. I'll then use Mold Earth to move the dirt into to cover it up.
He says again without asking.
There we go.
Okay, so it's now buried 5 feet down, and it has its nice pile of edibles and fruits.
My favorite thing is that I just mimicked what Stella did the first time. And then she's like, no, this doesn't work. And I'm like, oh, I can do something way more efficient if you'd like.
It's so funny.
I simply thought we were having to do it that way,
I try to talk to the dungeon core again. Is that better now? Are you happy now?
Give me a perception. You get the feeling of yes, and what is happy?
Yeah, what is happy?
Of course you wouldn't know what that is. You're just a rock.
Give me a perception. I'm not a fucking rock.
What are
And a
you?
large feeling of just anger washes over you.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Actually, I say, and I'm not a fucking fairy. That's my response. And I
Damn.
I just match its energy.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to do now?
I feel very accomplished after that.
Now, what would you like to do now?
Again, it's late afternoon. That didn't take any amount of time. You just
Yeah, magic made that pretty quick and easy.
Bert, can you do any other cool shit that you haven't told me about?
I don't know what cool shit is, but I do have several things I'm capable of doing. What would you like me to do?
Well, I don't know what I want you to do. I just want to know what you can do. Like, okay, clearly you can just move dirt real good.
Correct. I have the
Make
capability
water.
of molding water, and I can create water. Yes, this is correct. I can do many things. I can produce flames, create fire. I can create berries for you, and
Oh,
I
so
can do many different things.
you can light the campfire?
I cast create bonfire.
how's that work?
You
Does
create a
that
bonfire
light
in
a
the ground.
bonfire, or does that
Like,
just
you can
like
see within
magic
range.
an entire bonfire together?
Until the
Because you
sun
didn't
ends,
make like
the
you didn't
bonfire fills a
pre-build
5-foot
a
cube.
bonfire.
With a concentration up to 1 minute, I can just, it's 60 feet. I can just make a bonfire.
Okay,
The
how
bonfire
big of a
ignites
fire are you?
He can make
making here?
a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, and the bonfire ignites flammable objects in its area that aren't being worn or carried. The spell's damages. Oh, it does damage too, apparently. Just don't stand in it.
So is that?
I can even
Are you
expand it.
casting that?
Yeah, she says that. I make a bonfire.
All right. So there's just suddenly a 5-foot by 5-foot cube of fire
Oh shit! Oh
right
shit!
next to you. Not close enough that you would like be burnt or anything, because she
Yeah.
wouldn't intentionally hurt you. But just suddenly there is flame. It's not, you're like not by your shelter. It's not where you would like think you would set up a little fire to keep you warm or like cook or anything. It just is fire.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was gonna be like a campfire, like a little fire. That works too.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's cool. Can you make it go away?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I end that spell. Yeah, I'll stop my concentration on it.
That was a little intense. I'll be honest. Okay. All right. Okay. That's cool. I got Nax. I can get pretty mad.
Oh my.
That's what I can do.
So give me a perception check.
Wait, who?
Sliggy.
Okay.
You get the feeling of a sassy remark.
Oh my god, you're getting sassed at left and right. I also inform you that I can detect poisons. I can purify any food or drink that you find. I can speak to animals. I can basically anything here I can usually aid with. That is my sole purpose, is to aid you.
Stella kind of like sasses back at the dungeon coin. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What was that? I couldn't hear you out from under all that dirt."
Roll a perception. I hope you know you're really enjoying this 20 on insight. You just like get the feeling of more like grumbling sass. You're growing such a strong and lovely bond with your dungeon, Sliggy.
Oh, master, this is my favorite spell. And like I open up my hand and I make like a little flower pop up and blossom. Isn't it
I love
impressive?
that.
It is my
Yes.
favorite.
Honestly, that's the coolest thing you've done.
Thank
I love that.
you. And I take the flower, just hand it to you.
Can you make more flowers?
Uh,
I have an idea.
okay. I mean, I can make this. This doesn't create a flower. This makes a flower blossom.
So you
Or-
need like, what do you need, like seeds or something?
Yeah, I can just take anything and make it blossom. I like go over to another like little bit of plants and I bend or not what's the word when you like crouch, I guess? Yeah, I crouch down and I cup my hands over by the plants and I whisper to them, and I'm gonna use druidcraft. I'm gonna make them all like bloom and grow into like beautiful blossom flowers. Like that. Like I stand back up.
Um, with everything, with all the blossoming that furs cause, can I get enough flowers and just like, I want to make fur a flower crown.
Aww. Girl,
I
be
don't
so
see why not.
cute.
Go for it.
That's what I'm gonna do. When I'm done with it, I'm gonna say, "Hey, fur, can you like lean down?"
Certainly. I lean down.
I put it on their head. You're the best.
All right, you've bestowed your first gift to your guardian.
Yes,
Thank you. This is an honor. I will wear this for the rest of my being and cherish it with all of my heart.
Her
And,
head,
I
her
take-
head slot is now
all with my
taken.
longevity core.
The flowers would never wilt at this point, by the way, once they're given as a crown to her head.
Oh,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take like one last flower. It might be like maybe the like least nice one. I'm gonna take it over and kind of like put it in the ground. I'm gonna move the rock a little bit and kind of just like not really like kind of plant it, but not really like over the dungeon. There, you can have one too, I guess.
A dungeon and its tsundere fairy. Okay. It's starting to get dark. Playing with flowers, yelling at
Yeah.
dungeons.
Once it's dark.
I don't know what you expect from us, Otterly.
True. We haven't been attacked. We can't go fight. We're gonna fuck around. Once it gets dark, I'm gonna get my bedding out and everything and set up. And be like, remember, watch out for weird stuff. And then go to bed.
Weird stuff. Understood.
Okay.
What did the bird tell me was weird again? It was that
Animals awake when they shouldn't be.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for animals awake when they shouldn't be.
Sliggy, roll me 3 d20s
Oh god.
and then a d100.
What the fuck?
Okay. Okay. All right, Athena, is your objective over the night just to watch for weird stuff?
Yeah, and if when the birds wake up, I want to have another conversation with the lovely birds.
Okay. Roll a perception.
I can do that stuff and things. think.
Okay, you notice nothing weird.
Good.
Go ahead and roll again.
Another perception?
Yep. Nothing weird. One. Okay. So this again would be not the point where the birds are waking up, but like first light. Nothing weird happens, but the wolf walks back through the camp and is walking the other way. Pauses for a bit to smell Stella again because she's more like she's not exposed, but she's in a different spot. So it's kind of like looking at what's around and what's new. A lot of early morning activity. You see a lot of rabbits, some deer going through the forest, things like that. You hear the birds are starting to wake up. So this is when you would start like putting your arms out to entice some lovely morning birds to come chill out with you.
Yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Roll your last perception.
No, 5.
Definitely no weird things happening.
Oh, thank God.
You don't sleep, but for some reason you seem to have like nodded off or like you're zoning out. But your bird does land on your arm. And eventually you notice.
Excellent. My eyes reglow yellow from a black light, and then yeah, I'll cast talk to animals, and I'm just gonna have a nice conversation like, hello, little bird. How was your night?
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Sleep is good. Have you seen anything weird, little bird?
No weird. No weird.
That's good. And sorry for the noise that master makes, but she means good.
Bad sound. Bad song. Wrong time.
True. She should play with the chirping of the birds.
And then it would fly off. And again,
bye, little bird.
Stella would be waking up during this conversation.
True.
I'm sorry, were you talking shit?
What?
She's waking up to the conversation.
Of course not. I was talking to the birds.
Yeah, well, were the birds talking shit? What's that?
Why would the birds talk about shit?
Talking. Okay, never mind. Oh. I go back over. Once I wake up, I'm gonna eat another one of those apples that we got yesterday.
Okay.
Yum yum
I was my little
apple.
breakfast, and then I'm gonna go back over to where we buried the dungeon core.
Okay, give me a perception check. Okay, you would notice that there is a large indent where the rocks were stacked. Like half a foot large.
What the fuck's up with the indent? What is this? What does this mean?
Can I investigate it?
done yet?
Can I tell and figure out what the indent is? Is it just the rocks indenting the earth?
Yeah, you can do it. Do nature. Do nature for me. You guys are really not rolling in your own favor.
We're level 1.
That's so true. We are level 1.
Like you have DC checks of 20 for level 1s. What do you want from us?
What? This was a 5. That's all I want. I just wanted a slight knowledge check.
Why do I?
No, you wouldn't know why this specific or you did not figure out why this specific phenomenon is happening.
Hers is nothing. Just lets it be.
Dungeon, what the fuck is this?
Give me insight and then perception.
Okay. All right.
What is what? Where have you been?
I'm asleep. And now there's an indent in your hole. What's up with that? Does
What?
it mean you want something?
What is sleep?
It's what normal creatures have to do because I'm normal. I'm not a fucking fairy.
You sleep every night?
Every night.
Huh.
Every night. Honestly, if I were to go like a couple nights without sleep, I would literally just die.
Sounds kind of weak to me.
That's normal. Because I'm a creature with a brain. Unlike you.
What is an indent?
Like the dirt's all fucked up. It's like something, it's like sinking in.
What is dirt?
You're gonna fucking tell me that you wanted to be buried further under the ground and you don't even know what dirt is? Be so for real right now.
Oh, the stuff I'm buried in. Food.
What about all the food I gave you? That's way better for food.
You gave me stuff?
Yeah. It's literally like right by you. It's the stuff like there's an apple and berries and stuff.
You remember I can't see, right?
What, you can't feel either? You're buried with it. You're buried in it. Like, what do you want from me?
Is it on top or below?
The apple's beside you. The other food is right on top of you. Eat it.
There's only this dirt around me right now, though.
Hey, Fur, can you move all the dirt again so we can get a look at the dungeon?
Huh? Oh yes, of course, certainly. And then for like wakes up from like his like staring off days, goes over and does mold dirt. It creates an opening for it.
Okay, so at the bottom of the hole, we'll call it, you see the pile of fruit and edibles, and then a dungeon core size hole that drops another foot down.
You moved! Why'd you move, dungeon thing? The food's above you now.
Hmm?
How am I supposed to feed you? Where am I supposed to put it so that you'll eat it?
I ate down to a proper depth. It's not my fault you can't bury me properly.
So you eat down? You eat going down?
To get deep enough?
Okay, well, can you eat stuff above you?
I mean, probably.
All right. Can I like get down in the hole and then also get back out of it?
Well, it's a 5 foot deep hole and you're like 5 foot. So, I mean, I don't know how wide of a hole it is necessarily, but as long as it's bigger than your body, I would imagine the answer is yes.
Let me find out. I think it's a 5 foot cube. Let me just see.
Yeah, it's like a 5 foot cube.
So I'm gonna go with yeah, you can climb down into this hole.
All right, I'm gonna climb down into the hole, and then I'm gonna like take the apple and the berries and the edibles, and I'm gonna like knock them down onto the dungeon core again.
In what order?
Apple.
Okay, so the apple
Berries?
gets stuck in the hole because it's bigger than your dungeon core.
Oh, it's bigger. I didn't. Okay, if that's bigger, then I wouldn't do that first.
Could I have told you that first? Yeah. Would you know it's bigger? Yeah, that's less fun.
God damn it. Then I want to put the berries and the edibles first.
Okay, and then you're gonna plug the hole with the apple.
I'm gonna like kind of. Well, I'm gonna force the apple down.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is happening?
And then
Force
I'm
feeding
gonna
a dungeon, apparently.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna say, okay, there it is. Can you tell it's there this time?
Oh, this stuff
Yes.
seems less tasty than rock and dirt.
You're weird. You're weird. That's some good shit right there, and you should really appreciate it.
Mm.
I'm gonna climb back out of the hole.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you can put the dirt back now.
Understood. And then I do that, yeah.
God. Are dungeons always this fussy?
I'm not sure. I feel like most dungeons are about the same.
They're the worst.
I heard that.
Good. I wanted you to hear it.
Yeah, I wanted you to hear it.
No. You're getting a bad habit, Sliggy. What the heck? You're supposed to be a
Okay,
good
so
role
you
model.
filled it in, but there's still an indent because you only filled it in with the dirt you removed. And
Yeah.
the dirt that was displaced doesn't exist anymore.
I just put the rock in the indent. So how much longer till you do something?
Well, been doing something since you put me in the ground. Too shallow, but I've been doing stuff.
Well, I'm bored and I don't have anything to do up here.
Go find me more things. I mean, like, I can now talk to you, so that's interesting.
Okay.
I mean, I could talk to you, but you wouldn't listen. Like, it's weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't wake up here just knowing instantly how to talk to rocks.
You're a fairy. You went to school for this.
No, I didn't. Because, for one, I'm not a fucking fairy. And two, what the fuck do you mean they have schools for this shit?
I don't know. It's one of those things I know. I was just born 3 days ago. But I'm supposed to have a fairy, and they're supposed to go to school and teach me things.
You were born 3 days ago? No wonder you're such a fucking baby.
Oh god.
What kind of stuff do you want?
Shiny stuff?
Shiny stuff?
More dirt-y things?
More dirt? God, how much fucking dirt do you need? Fine, okay. Shiny stuff, dirt. Do you like flowers?
What are flowers?
Oh my fucking god. Don't worry about it. You want a squirrel? You want a bird? You want a rabbit?
What?
Did we say bird? Did someone speak of the birds?
I'm asking it if that's what it needs, okay?
What are these things? Can you
Why don't you know what they are?
Can you tell me? Can you show me?
How do I show you?
If you went to school and weren't a dropout fairy, I ended up with the dropout fairy. Just think about the thing that you want to show me, and it'll show me.
Okay, fine. I think about a bird.
Roll performance.
Performance, okay. We're making a show of this. Let's go.
You communicate the image of a bird, the bird that Athena was talking to, or Fur was talking to in the morning.
Oh, what the heck?
No, I don't think I want birds.
You want birds? Okay. You want a rat? I need to make a performance check for everything I think of.
No, you gotta hang of it the first time.
Okay. Okay. You want one of them?
Maybe? No.
Yeah.
No. I don't. What would I do with it? Where would I put it? I don't have any space down here.
A
mean-
moment.
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do with shiny stuff.
I want to eat shiny stuff.
Okay. So you don't.
Listen, all there
Okay.
is down here is like this dirt, some harder dirt, and that's about it. I think there might be things further away from me, but I can't see them or
Okay.
see them yet.
Okay. You know what? I should have like some like gold coins from like my starting equipment. So can I feed it some gold? Like a piece of gold. Is that shiny enough? I think about a gold coin. Is that good? You want one of them?
Ooh. Certainly shiny.
Okay, you want it?
You get the impression of yes.
Okay. I take one gold coin and do I put it in that indent thing? How do you get it? How do I feed it to you?
I can only feel up to where that non-dirt thing is that you put above me.
Okay, I move it and then I dig a little deeper and I put the coin there.
By a little deeper, do you mean like the 5 feet to the apple? Or just a little deeper than the indent that goes down like half a foot?
Yeah, was it not talking about the indent that goes down half a foot? That's where I thought it was talking about.
It was not talking about the indent.
It was talking about like
But
the
if
apple.
that's what you interpreted, Stella, then we can continue with your actions.
Okay, I put it there. Is that good?
I
put
can
it there?
see it, but I can't eat it yet. I mean, I'll get
Oh,
there
God.
eventually.
Oh
There
no.
eventually. How long is that gonna take?
I don't know. How long did it take me to go down this far?
A fucking night. Fur, can you move the dirt?
I feel like we're moving a lot of dirt today, and
We are moving a lot of dirt. And honestly, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? When Fur moves the dirt, I'm gonna take some of the bigger rocks. I'm gonna make like little rock stairs on the way down.
Yeah, I move all the dirt.
So that I don't have to climb in and out. So just like I have Fur help me make a little rock stairway that then we would just cover with dirt again later.
Okay.
So that I can get.
I mean,
so
it's
that I
going
can
to take
get
you a
down
little
there.
bit of time to accomplish, but yeah, you can accomplish that. Sure.
Yeah, it's worth it. I don't know. Because if I have to feed the dungeon core, I'm thinking I want it to be a little more convenient than I have to like climb in and out of the hole. I'd rather just step on a rock and go down.
Okay.
Make it a little nicer. So then I get back down there and I like try to find the dungeon core again and I put the coin on it.
Well, like when Fur would remove the dirt, you would see the apple that you have plugging the hole.
Yeah, like I move the dirt and like the apple and stuff and I get down to it.
Yeah, it's like literally just a straight hole down, and you can see the berries and stuff that you. It's only a foot deeper is that hole. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, so it's a five. At this point, I've turned it into a 5-foot cube, right?
Yeah. And in the center is the hole that goes down to where the dungeon is.
Yeah, so I can cast this at a 30 feet range. I'm going to cast it so that I do another 5-foot cube 5 feet lower, but it's going to turn into a 3-foot cube. And the reason why is because I can only send the dirt up 5 feet. So now like the two sides of the 5-foot cube is now filled with the dirt of the new 3-foot 5 feet down cube. That like has now like lowered the core down even deeper.
I'm glad I followed that the first time because I don't want to hear that. Where in that cube would you be putting this new 3-foot hole?
It's in the center, so it's like if you just drew like a square and then you drew another square inside of it. That's how that's going. It's like it's
okay. So essentially,
down,
you're
down.
making another cube in the center of the cube where the dungeon is
correct.
Okay. Sliggy, you would hear the sound of panic and scream as the dungeon suddenly falls an extra 2 feet.
No, another 5.
Oh, I thought you said 3.
No. It's a 3-foot cube.
Okay, but it's still 5. Okay, so it's like 3 by 3 by 5. Okay,
yeah.
So you hear panic scream as the dungeon falls an extra 4 feet.
We're renovating. And then so now it should be really easy to just drop the little coin on it.
Okay, how do you drop the coin on it?
Let's drop it on it. Let's say it's right there. I put my arm in to get it like further down so that it's not like a super, so I can try to get it like as close to just like on the rock as possible.
Whatever you just did, please don't do that again.
Listen.
As Stella hears that in her head, Fur goes, surely the dungeon must be happy now. They wanted to go deeper, correct?
Oh, it's so happy.
Wonderful. I'm glad
It's
I could
really excited.
Fur like hums with joy.
All right. You got your coin? You like the coin?
Yeah. It's gonna take me a bit to re-center here. Yeah. I see this. The shiny is coin.
Yep. Shiny's coin. You got it, buddy.
To me, it says what kind of coin did you drop?
I mean, it's a gold coin.
Is it like gold or like
Gold.
Okay. To
Gold
me,
piece.
it says gold when I eat it.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like gold.
Me too. We should have more.
Finally, something in common.
All right. Okay. Let's get them back buried. Then let's go find more shiny stuff. I like shiny things.
Certainly. And I rebury everything now. Now that we can just, it's all just covered.
All right. Where do we find shiny stuff?
I know the best people to ask, and I'm gonna try and get a bird's attention, and use speak with animal.
You have.
This will be my second spell slot because the new day.
You like. Yeah, you're speaking with me. So okay, so you call.
Oh wait, oh no, I can ritual this. Wait, I can ritual this. I don't even need to use it. That's right.
Okay.
I haven't used up any of my spell slots.
So you call out some birds, and a bird comes over.
I'm like, hello, little friend. We are looking for shiny.
Shiny?
Right, shiny. Yes, shiny. Where is shiny?
What kind shiny?
Oh, best shiny.
Uh,
And I look at Stella and I'm like, do you have an example of shiny?
Stella takes out like a gold coin. This is good shiny.
Okay,
You know where good shinies like this are?
I take the gold coin and I show it to the bird. I'm like, good shiny.
oh. Oh, yes.
Can you show us, little one, where shiny is?
I don't want to go too close. Danger.
That's okay. Just show us the right way.
It would point to the west, and you would remember that as the way you went the first day initially.
Perfect. Thank you, little friend. And I'll let him go. He's just gonna go flew off wherever he
Yes.
wants to be.
Lights off.
Like it's that direction where the big scary things are.
Oh. Sick. Okay. Stella's just gonna like have her great axe out again. Alright, you know, let's go fuck shit up.
Certainly,
That's where the-
let us
that's
do
where
the
the
fucking
dangerous
of
stuff
shit
is.
up.
See, now you're talking.
It is fun using the words fucking shit up. He's like the worst influence on everything.
I'm trying to get the dungeon to do drugs.
Oh.
Okay, so you're traveling west.
Yeah, I'm looking for shiny and to fuck things up. Fuck shit up, I mean.
Okay. How would you travel? How fast? How far?
I think we're on a casual, brisk walking and pace.
Yeah,
And,
but I do, because we're going in the direction that it's like first that it was dangerous both times we've gone this way. When we're further that way, I do want to try to like be less obvious than Fur.
Okay.
yeah, Fur's not trying to be sneaky.
Are you going full ninja cat mode again, or?
Yeah, I'm full ninja cat.
All right, go ahead and roll your stuff, your stealth and athletics.
Right.
I'm not on the chat page. Okay. Yeah, you're doing your stealth cat mode.
Nya, 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 nya.
Um, how do I pull you guys onto a map? Wait,
I don't know. How do you put us on a map?
You're
you
so
guys
rusty.
Put yourself on the map. Maybe. I think you guys.
We can pull our tokens.
We're just gonna. Okay, so you travel in this direction, and you are naturally just following the. Those are my feet, persimmons. You may be stealthy, but apparently I'm getting attacked.
Oh no.
You come into this clearing. You're a menace.
In the bottom
Left, yeah.
left corner. Okay.
That's a very, very small. Everything's black.
It's a lot of black. Yeah. Ow. Stop it. Okay. Ah, yes.
What?
Blue
Oh.
man.
Oh my
Sorry.
god, blue man.
It should have done this. Me.
There should be a grid. There might be a grid.
Yeah, I see the grid.
Well, there should be a grid to the actual screen, and then I'm pretty sure the art is gridded as well. So we'll
Yeah,
take
they're not
both
lined
with
up.
loose interpretation.
Okay.
It's
Um,
weird because I can't see the actual grid.
so at this point, you've been walking for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Hi, Persimmons. Can you leave my feet alone? They're innocent, I swear. Yeah, that's about right distances. Yeah. I don't know if that's your sight range or not. I just kind of drew a box where you can see.
Athena, do you have a token?
I don't know.
It looks like she does in her character.
Yeah, all you have to do is like drag it out from the thing. You just click and drag.
From what thing?
So like on the side where it shows your character, you just grab fur and drag it out onto the map.
I don't know if I did it. I don't.
Yeah, I'll put you in vision.
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong thingy. Yeah. You did. You just put yourself in non-vision area, so you can't see yourself.
Ah, look, it's me. Although, interesting. Okay.
I mean, you can put yourself where you would be in accordance to her. I just drove you into an area you can see.
Yeah,
Hi, kitty
sure.
cat. Do you want up? Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
There's a little nya there and nya here and nya everywhere.
Being a little menace. A little menace. Okay. Since Athena's in front, do you want to give me a perception roll?
Sure, I can do that, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. What time did I say it was? Are we still in the morning? Yeah, I think we're still in the morning, right? Like
I think so.
late morning? Yeah. All you've done is yell at a dungeon, right? Yeah, it's like mid morning. Okay. Athena, you would have stopped moving at this point because you hear like light snoring off in the distance. An animal snoring kind of sound.
I turn and I'm like, this is weird. An animal sleeping during the day.
An animal?
Yes, I can hear snoring.
Hmm.
And as requested, weird actions of sleeping at the wrong times is definitely an indicator to inform you of.
Let's go check it out. And well, it's weird, so let's probably fuck it up.
Understood. We will fuck shit up. Just walk.
Okay, so you're just like normal walking at this point.
What I was told to do, yeah.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
Yeah. And I wanna like sneak around, not like right by fur. So I wanna go like kind of maybe even the other way behind the trees and stuff.
Okay, which way are you going, Athena?
This way. I can't see anything, so I don't know what I'm looking at. You just have blackness.
I'm working on it. Okay. There, how's that? That's the direction you're going, like towards that like loggy thing over there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The snoring would have stopped, Athena, by the way.
Okay, I still can't see anything, so I don't know what.
It's true.
What is?
It's true. Let me know when you would get like to the right of that tree. Here, this.
But I'm going like this way.
Okay, so Athena would see this now.
Oh, look at that. It's cute.
Stella would not see this.
Yeah.
Slee, roll a perception. Since Fur had let you know they heard animal snoring, you had listened for it and
Mhm.
heard it now. So
Mhm.
you would hear it not snoring anymore. There would be a
Okay.
lack of snoring.
I'm not gonna lie, this is entirely expected because Fair walked away.
Yeah, and at the same time,
away.
you're hearing Fur like stomping off the
Mhm.
other direction that you're going, like
Yeah.
full weight of the foot going into like just
Okay.
lying up the
As
trail.
soon as first sees this, Fur goes and says, "Oh wait, 1 second. Gotta make sure I'm in range." Okay, 1 second. I move up slightly, very slowly, and I'm just like, "Hello there, little kitty. How are you? I came to give you love," and I cast Animal Friendship. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw unless it has an intelligence higher than 4.
I think I got stat sheet out for this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy 5e. Dude. Oh, what? Okay, hit me again with that. What it needs to be doing?
It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw or become charmed. As I go, "Hello there, little kitty. What is your name? My name is Fur."
Okay, I can do this. I'm a smart guy. What does it need to save?
Wisdom.
Yeah, I know, but level.
Oh, my DC. My DC spell save. That's a good question, and I should answer for you. Where does it have it on this page? I don't know where
It
shows my
should
DC spell
be
save.
with like I think on your spell page somewhere. Let me look. Yeah, I think on the spell page at the top, it should have spellcasting ability, spell save DC,
Oh yeah,
spell
14. It
effectiveness.
has to be to 14.
Okay, it does not make the save.
All right, it is now charmed and is my friend. It means no harm to me. And yeah, it's just we're best buds right now.
Okay. Okay, so it would. What do you mean, cat?
Wait, can it actually speak?
You're
I'm not using speaking with animals right now. I'm just charmed it.
fine. It's just growling at you.
All right. Well, Fur is gonna like slowly walk up.
Athena, I can speak to animals. Athena, well, I'm not speaking to this one.
I didn't use my spell. I can't understand it. I haven't used the spell to talk to it yet. I'm just like, who's a cutie?
Well,
are you
More,
doing out
just
there?
more.
Why
Well,
is it?
Fur is being obvious. I'm gonna keep sneaking up the side.
Why is it growling? I mean, I'll just stop for a second. I'll be like, I
Man, if
mean
only
no
you
harm,
could
little one.
understand the growls.
Like, look, it's charmed right now. Okay, it thinks that I am a friend and companion.
You can growl at your friends.
True. I'm just like,
Especially
you know.
friends that walk up and wake you up and call you a cat. I mean,
Like we're looking for Let me see here. I'll start to use my ritual to cast to speak with animals. What are you doing, Sliggy? What are you doing over there?
I was sneaking around the side.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I'm being a little
if there was
sneaker.
anything around there that I needed to like be a little more like so that they don't know I'm here, so that I can run out and attack anything.
Ah, I see.
at this point, there you go.
Yeah, I'll finish casting speaking with animals, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm here with my dungeon master in aid of looking for shinies. Would you maybe
why do you
know
need
where
to
the
know that one,
shinies are?
Sliggy? Huh? Why you need to know that line, Sliggy?
Oh no, I just don't know how far away it is because I don't see the real grid.
Shinies?
Yes, the shinies. Or like takes the coin that Stella gave him and shows it to the Silly kitty cat.
No shiny like that.
No? Hmm. The little bird said there's shinies in this direction. Are you hungry? Do you need food?
Not hungry. Other shiny.
Oh, what's the other shiny? Maybe we can make a deal.
It like nods. Yeah. I know I can ping the map. I know I can ping. How do I ping the map? Is it this button? No. This button?
You click
No.
with the cursor one,
Ping
and
everybody.
then you hold.
Oh, what's happening?
Um, in this area is where it nods, and you see like bones and stuff. And
Oh.
in that stuff, you would see glints of things.
May I look at the shinies?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, Fur goes over and looks at the shinies. What kind of shinies are there?
Give me an investigation and a d20.
What the heffin' piffles? I do just picture that like 10 and slash roll 1d20. That Stella has just watched Fur casually walk up to a mountain lion or whatever the heck this is, and then just like look at stuff.
It's a wolf.
That's a wolf? No way, that's not a wolf. That's a pussy cat.
Yeah, that's clearly a cat. I don't know what you're talking about.
That does not look like a wolf at all.
Like when Fur walked over, it went meow.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I heard a meow come from it.
Okay, so what you would see is various sizes of bones and things like that, and then within there's bits of metal that's been kind of like pulled apart and things like that. So a broken like spear, bits and baubles, and then like there's yeah, a large collection of different various like shredded materials like leathers and stuff.
Yeah, I pick up all the metals and shinies, and I'm like, man, my golly gee, Stella will be so happy once I have all this. Although I guess I never did finish the fucking shit up, but that's okay. We can do that one later. And I just keep gathering the shinies.
The wolf would have put like its head back down and just be watching you out of like one eye.
Huh. Yeah, just for pays no mind, and you know, just hanging out with Buddy.
Stella's just watching from the side.
Yeah. Do I get all the
Yeah.
shinies done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if I have all the shinies collected, if I look over, has my friend gone to sleep?
It's still just watching you with one eye.
Okay. I'll say I will take my leave then, friend. If you ever want to come by and hang out, we just live down the road on Hickory Lane. You know where that is, right? The good old tree trunk. And Fur will walk away.
just like a grunt, and then it just like goes back.
Alright.
Um,
So,
and Fur looks really
Turns back
confused
to
as
the
Stella's not
trees
here.
and yeah, she creeps back between all the trees. You got the stuff?
Oh,
Stuff
yes,
there?
of course. I have the shinies that you said were good. Although I did not fuck shit up. I don't know if that's bad or not, but I thought it'd be fine that we could just do that one later since I got the shinies.
Yeah, we can do that later. Yeah. We can,
Oh.
you know, we can save our conserve our energy for the stuff that we actually need to fuck up.
So you roll Nah, you don't even need to roll. What you would see in her arms is what you would interpret as just like a pile of like shredded junk, but there are like bits of metal and things like that in there. As well as like you'd recognize some of the stuff could be from like really old armor, but nothing that would be usable. So like in your mind it's just a pile of junk, but it does have like metal bits and baubles and does have shiny stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure the dungeon will like the shinies and the metal in here.
Wonderful.
And if it doesn't, that's too fucking bad. That's what it's getting.
Understandable. And then yeah, I head back.
That way you guys want to head back now?
Yeah, we want him back now.
Okay. Boop boop boo. Do do. Let's get this one. It'd help if I brought you guys with me. Meow.
Whoa.
Okay, you made it back. Camp.
Right. Hey, Fur, can you move like that top layer again?
Yeah, I remove the double layer setup. So first the 5-foot cube and then the 3-foot cube. Going a total of 10 feet down.
Yeah, and over in the first layer, Stella takes like the shinies, like the metals and stuff like that. She's like, okay, I found some shiny stuff. This is what I got, and she drops it down.
Just the shiny stuff or everything you got?
For now, just the shiny stuff.
Okay, so do you want to take the time to process the shiny stuff off of the other things? It is attached. It's not just like, you know, loose shiny things and then also other things.
Yeah, like I separate it.
Okay.
If I have to pull it off and stuff, I do.
What are you gonna do with the other things, other materials?
I'm gonna look at it, think about it really hard, and be like, what about this stuff? Do you want this stuff, or should I throw it away?
I'm just gonna get the impression of like a shrug.
Whatever.
It doesn't
She
really
tosses it in
understand
anyway.
what you.
Yeah, she just throws it in there anyway. Whatever. If you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. That's your problem. Then she comes back out. I was like, all right, we're good.
All right, I close it up there.
Okay.
And speaking of, do we want to wrap up stream around here because we're about to hit the 4-hour mark?
Yeah, we can do that. It's a good point. Day 2.5. We're at like that midday.
And we got shinies and medals to our good old boyo.
I finally managed to be able to talk to our dungeon.
Yeah, that was an experience and a half of trying to talk to it.
Listen,
Poor Sliggy over here having to do mental gymnastics to get through.
I didn't go to dungeon fairy school, alright? Because I'm not a fucking fairy. Okay?
Yeah, Sliggy talks to the core gives her sass. Sliggy talks to Fur gives her the most blanketed answers. Ah!
To be fair, every time I talked to the dungeon, I was giving it sass.
Yeah, I wonder why it developed as a sassy dungeon. Hmm.
Listen, if it's gonna be difficult, that's the attitude it's gonna get, okay? It's not my fault.
Damn.
Open my creator dashboard so I can raid somebody.
Oh, snap. Mm. Oh my god, I'm going to just chatting here. Put on some music for chat.
Let's see. I'm just gonna raid to someone playing content warning because that's a fun game.
Oh yeah. There you go.
I am so bad at copy pasting sometimes. Like, alrighty, everybody. Thanks for coming by. We'll be doing these weekly.
All right, let me see here. I'm gonna go and play some herb.
And so we'll start picking up next week. The pace should start picking up now that they've established the dungeon. It will be primarily like town building and growing and forming their dungeon here in the next bit of the story. Maybe we'll kick off next week with like a background of the world and some more world lore, things like that, for some context for everybody. We are gonna head over to someone playing content warning. Is our VTuber, of course. So go and share the love. Content warning is like Phasmophobia and Lethal Company combined. It's a fun new game. So let's go say hi. Okie dokie.
Welcome back, Ollie. Do you want to do bi-weekly or weekly?
I am good for weekly if you guys are.
I think I am. I have to be careful because technically Thursdays scrims. I'm usually the subs. I don't usually have to scrim on Thursdays, but like tonight I almost had to for a game, which would have been fine. I would have made it here anyways, but like